7 meetings, and the Bays have won the last 5 encounters played down here at Glenelg. North's last win at Glenelg was back in 1996, so it's a long time. The last time they played each other was last year, round 21 at Prospect, and North Adelaide got up by 23 points. And the Bays actually won the last game down here at Glenelg, obviously, by 32 points. So all that stuff from memory, it's not bad, is it?
Not bad, Doug. You're right on the money.
It helps if you write it down. Incidentally, Mark Stevens and Stewie Daddo are here. They'll be going down at quarter time and three-quarter time to let us know what the coaches are saying. And big Peter Carey is going to be coming up here at half-time, former Glenelg champ, to have a chat with us. That's wonderful news. The game is getting underway. Your caller, John Cunningham.
Has a centre bounce, and it's Byrne who gets the first kick away for Glenelg. It's a short left foot kick, doesn't go its full distance. Glenelg player wrapped up there. It's a free kick, though, to the North player. Play on quickly with a hand pass out the outside. It's Wintle. He bursts through the pack on the outside quickly. Gets a hand pass out towards the dangerous Bamford. He swings onto that left foot. Inside 50. It's looking for Herbert. He goes up. Oh, nearly takes the mark. Crumbs at the bottom of the pack. There's a heavy traffic there in the bottom of the pack. Glenelg now clear. Get a quick hand pass out the back. It comes out the back to Brusky. He now kicks it down wide on the outer side flank. Glenelg once again receiving the ball quickly. Hand pass over the top, looking for Mackenzie there. Mackenzie, another chain of hand passes. Byrne looking prominent already. He now kicks forward for the Glenelg inside 50, and a mark taken in the right half forward flank there by Baldwin.
Baldwin, the boy who came in from Geelong. He is a prodigious kicker of the ball, and I won't say he'll kick this one, but I reckon he's capable of doing it. He's hemmed it against the boundary line. He'll kick from 50 metres, right in front of the grandstand here at Glenelg, kicking toward the primary school end. There's his kick for goal. This one is a shocker. It's off the side of the boot slightly, and it's gone out of bounds on the full. That was a bad miss. Perhaps in hindsight he should have centred that one, and it is going to be the North Adelaide defenders who will bring it out again. A little short kick this time, and it finds the vice-captain, the former Crow, in Tim Cook, the former Central District player, the little left footer, the physiotherapist. What more can we say about him? Former North Clare footballer, as he drops the ball in short and finds his skipper there in Darryl Wintle. He in turn drops the ball short, gets it across here to the speedster in Bamford. Bamford now up towards centre half forward. Big Lucas Herbert, he knows this ground well, being a former Glenelg player. He throws the tackle there on Matthew Scher. It comes out in the direction there of number 15 for the Bays. We'll try and pick him up. That would be Todd Winstanley, but the umpire is coming in and he is calling for another bounce. This time it's on the attacking side of centre. Glenelg in attack. John Cunningham.
And Danny, you think the skill level of both sides will be critical today, the amount of turnovers?
Oh, definitely, yeah, for sure.
As the ball's bounced in the middle, it's an ordinary bounce. It favours Wintle. He clears the footy on the outer side, goes forward. It's inside 50 for North Adelaide. Hargraves meets the ball strongly, gathers it cleverly and gets a quick kick round the corner. North Adelaide fighting for the ball. Here's a chance for a goal. It's well tackled there by Glenelg player. That was Sujai Cook, a fantastic defensive tackle on the last line defence, prevented a goal for North Adelaide. Players still scrambling for Big Herbert gets the ball. He's wrapped up in a tackle by a couple of Glenelg players.
Great
that
tackle.
was great defence there by Glenelg. They definitely looked like a certain goal to, I think it was young Moritz down there in the forward, right on the line of the goal, and Sujai Cook, a fantastic tackle. Ball now bounced down with the umpire. Herbert gets a clever tap down to the North. Little moreover in Paul James. Paul James is a quick kick forward. There's a snap there by Laddams now. It's a high snap. It's going close. It's right on the line, and it's rushed over for the first score of the day, and that goes to North Adelaide. It's a rush behind. They go on to 1 point. Glenelg yet to score.
Yeah, good stuff there. And Sujay Cook, that was an incredible tackle. I know we've highlighted it 2 or 3 times, but boy, that is an early contender for the Best Brick and Pavers team effort of the day. Hi to Bob and all the team there at Best Brick and Pavers. Out towards the half-back line. Winstanley went up. Couldn't control that one, though. It comes out in the direction of Laddams. Mackenzie was there for Glenelg. Glenelg now will get this ball. Winstanley now grabs it now onto his left foot. Goes in towards centre-half forward and finds, or centre-half back, really. He kind of went the opposite way, and Matthew Scher it is who has taken the mark. The umpire's going to take him back and put him right on the mark. Paul James there was the player on the mark. Oh, there's a bad miss in the centre of the ground. That was a shocker, that one, and will be picked up here though by North Adelaide. Here's a chance for them this time, up towards the teeth of goal. Hargraves puts up those big long arms of his, and the ball beats players across the boundary line for a throw in, as a North Adelaide player is bundled across the line there, and getting the free kick is Daniel Ebert, and a goal to North Adelaide as he played on quickly. Paul James.
Yes.
Paul James. Well, one of your former teammates, John, and one of yours too, Danny.
Bill, interesting there, as the kick came in from about just outside 50, Paul James was absolutely screaming his guts out to get the footy, didn't get it, had his arms out going like Storm Boy, floating around saying, why didn't you give it to me? He just kept trotting down into the goal square, and the handball came in from Eben and he kicked a goal, so I guess that kept him happy.
I'll tell you what, that North player, I think was it Maritz, he got thrown into that fence?
Maritz or Ebert, one of the two, yeah.
Ebert, I think he's just extracting himself now, actually.
As
the ball's back in the centre, Glenelg clear through Costa. He gets a quick kick forward around his body. Inside 50, the Glenelg player meets it well. And that meeting the ball is Baldwin coming out for Glenelg. A good mark there. And a quick kick forward from Costa. And that's good footy here at the Bay Oval. So get it out of the centre quickly, Bug.
Yeah, isn't it a classic example of how important it is to get the footy out of the centre quickly. A quick kick, your forwards play in front, the ball drops, and a certain goal, really.
It's only early days in this game, but I thought this will be a good, fast game, this one. It's already started like that as Baldwin comes in. He's normally a beautiful kick, and he hasn't let us down this time. I sort of waited to say that until I was pretty sure it had gone through, and he's put it through for the first major for the afternoon on the Mr. Clip scoreboard. It is North Adelaide 1-1-7, Glenelg just the one straight goal 6. And it is the Mr. Clip match of the day here at the Glenelg Oval, but a pretty entertaining game so far, Danny Morton.
It certainly is, and prominent early has been Darryl Wintle. He's already had 3 or 4 possessions in the first 5 minutes of this game, so I think he's playing on Hamby on the outer wing there, so he might have to tighten up, young Hamby.
So the middle. You go, Doug.
Oh, no, I was about to harmonise with you.
Oh, we'll do it together then. Back in the middle, the two ruckmen go at it. Favours Winstanley. He gets a tap down towards Costa. He can't take the ball cleanly. Winstanley wrapping up at the North Adelaide player Uni in the middle, and a good tackle, and the umpire will bounce again. Entertaining start at the moment. Both teams getting a fair bit of the football. Ball down in the centre again. Both ruckmen. Tap one by Winstanley again, but it goes to North Adelaide. Heavy traffic in the middle there. Working hard as McKenzie. He gets a quick hand pass out to Stevens, who kicks Glenelg forward inside 50 again. Baldwin was caught behind from Ebel, but he spoiled and managed to keep the ball alive as cleared by the North Adelaide defence outside 50 to the half back line. Again, North crumbing well. They get a quick kick forward out to the wing. It's Bamford who's out in his customary wing all on his own. He'll be dangerous out there if they don't man him up. North Adelaide moving forward now inside 50. Hargraves can't quite take the mark. Herbert's working hard in there as well. But the ball runs over out of bounds, and Danny Morton, I think Glenelg would have to be manning up on Bamford. They can't let him run free in the wing. That's very dangerous.
Well, that's right. A couple of times it's come unstuck because he didn't hit the target with his kick, but, you know, you just can't give him too many opportunities.
There's the throw-in now. It's deep in the forward pocket now for North Adelaide. Taken, though, here, by Kimmy Costa. He gets a hand pass away there to his teammate. It is Matthew Scher. Kicks the ball high there. Scher's already started off pretty well, too. There's a hand pass that came out there from Glenelg. Gets it across to James Byrne. Gee, he's playing with plenty of flair this afternoon. Across to McKenzie, the vice-captain. Goes towards centre half forward. Little Mar was the target. He's a little bit too small to kick him like that too. But here's a chance for the Bays now, though. A big chance here for the big boy. Lumbering around as Matthew Golding. Did it pretty well. Trapped here. It was an awkward bounce too by McKenzie. He'd be handy at fine leg the way he fielded that. Gets it across here to Sujay Cook. Goes long down towards the half-forward line. And the mark is taken down here by Michael Hanby. Deep in the forward pocket on the outer side of the ground. Right near the Mr. Clip scoreboard, which shows at the moment North Adelaide 1-1-7, Glenelg 1 goal straight 6.
A role reversal there from the big fella in Gardner there. He just had to crumb it, lovely. Picked it up around his toes. He had to bend about 5 foot to get down there. So a great effort from the big fella.
As Michael Hamby now deep in the left forward pocket, is lining up for goal. He's about 40 metres out. The kick's on its way. Umpire hasn't moved a hell of a lot. It looks like a great goal. Fantastic kick there from Hamby. Very difficult angle, but he put it straight through the middle, and that's pleased the Bay supporters here at home. And Danny Morton, a good start for Glenelg.
Yeah, it has been a good start. It's been pretty open, pretty free flowing. So, you know, neither side's got a tag or you know, is playing a real defensive style. They're both just letting it go. A bit like a game of basketball almost.
We'd love to be out there, I think, Danny, in that kind of coaching.
Well, you're not wrong. But
well, I think you've
free running.
Yeah, you set the thing up last week, Danny, against South Adelaide. It was a real free running game. Even 1 or 2 players, I think, threw the ball out. They thought it was basketball.
Well, it's better than the flood, Doug.
Well, I agree with that. It's Glenelg 2 goals straight 12, leading North Adelaide 1-1-7. A free kick here though to North Adelaide, and Barry Brooks Brooks, one of the Port Adelaide listed players, only 18 years of age. The boy from King Island goes down towards the half-forward line, but it's found a player that he may oppose at AFL level one day. Matthew Sher, not in the ruck, but certainly on the ground. Matthew Sher takes the mark, and he's done well so far. The hand pass taken there, fed out there by James Byrne, the skipper, across to his vice-captain in Mackenzie. Boy, those two are combining well. Goes down towards half-forward. Sujay Cook is a long way from home. Ray Ebel, the reliable full-back it is, onto his left foot. You can tell he's a right-footer the way he kicked that one across to Laddams, who's a natural left-footer and does it beautifully. Almost a mark taken there by the North Adelaide boy, young Jared Rivers. But it's got away from him. He's only 17 years of age and enormous potential. And over the line and out of bounds. It's on the half-forward line. It is Glenelg in attack at the moment.
Yes, boundary throw on the outer side. Golding will contest against Brooks. Bit of difference in experience there. Golding got the tap down. Working hard was Mackenzie under the pack. But he's wrapped up in a tackle and the umpire will come in and bounce again. Pretty much the same position as where the ball landed from the throw-in. And Glenelg leading at the moment, 2 goals straight, 12 to North, 1-1-7. As I say, Mackenzie and Byrne have been prominent through the middle for Glenelg. As Costa's moving forward inside 50 all on his own at the moment. Ball bounced again, goes out towards the boundary line. Again, a little bit of scrappy play, and the ball will be thrown in pretty much the same position as was thrown in about 30 seconds ago. So Ruckman will need to try and get a clearing tap here so we can get the game rolling again. As the ball comes back into play again, it's Brooks and Golding competing for the ruck. No one really won the possession out of the ruck. Again, both teams wrapping each other up in tackles, and there'll be a bounce again. So a bit of a stalemate, Bug. Can we get it going, please, Bug?
Well, I think, mate, I wouldn't be surprised if an umpire pulls a little ticky-touch free kick here.
Yeah,
just to get the play
I reckon we're about one bounce away from. Let's see, Doug, if there's a ticky-touch would here. It's Golding and Brooks again. They don't hold on to each other. Golding got the tap out nicely to Mackenzie. He gets a tap out, kick out to Byrne, who goes inside 50. Baldwin again, who's leading well out of full forward. And Ebel's just going to have to tighten up a bit because Baldwin is certainly leading strongly and straight up the middle of the ground, and he now has another shot at goal directly in front, 40 metres out.
Danny, without being too critical, it would be true to say that if you really led fast, Ray Ebel could be in a spot of bother?
Well, Ray Ebel is actually pretty quick for a big guy, but yeah. I think he just sort of got caught on the hop there a bit. Ball came out from the...
As Baldwin comes in and kicks the goal. No, he's off target this time. Put it through for a minor score. So that is a bad miss, that one. Miss. Yeah, 1-1 now for the afternoon and one miss, but at least he's getting the ball, and that's an encouraging sign for the Bays. Glenelg now on the Mr. Clip scoreboard. 2 goals, 1. That's 13. It's North Adelaide 1-1-7. It's the Mr. Clip match of the day here, coming to you live from the Glenelg Oval. And we find it's going to be North Adelaide bringing the ball down towards the wing. Up high there was Morgan. He couldn't take the mark. Will be picked up, though, here by his teammate. It looked like one of the little blokes. It was Eve at that time. Yeah, beautiful movement there with the hands. Oh, one-hander taken, almost there. Umpires decided to pay that one. And I tell you what,
free kick, Doug.
That is a free kick, is it? It's not the mark.
I don't think he paid the mark, but
free kick, hanging on.
It's the hanging on one. I was going to say that will be a contender for the Paradise Community Church mark of the day. It will
be free kick of the day, maybe, Doug.
Free kick of the day, I reckon. I reckon we need to have a new award, don't you?
There we go.
I think so.
Yeah. I reckon it's winning at the moment. Free kick of the day.
So it is going to be the big boy. It's Danny Hargraves who's lining up.
State full forward, you'd say, Doug?
I would think he would certainly. If he's not going to be the full forward, he'll be in the pocket, I would think.
He kicked 5 last year.
Yeah, Danny Morton just feeding him all day.
Wow.
That's right. In comes Hargraves, and he's made no mistake with that one. That's good news this time for the Rooster supporters. He's put it through on the Mr. Clip scoreboard. It takes North Adelaide along to 2-1-13. Glenelg also 2-1-13. We're coming to you live from Glenelg. This is where local footy comes to life.
Update other local footy scores at the Alberton Oval. Port 1 point, South Adelaide 1 goal straight, and at the Richmond Westies 2 goals 2-14 leads Sturt yet to score. And just quickly across the border, Hawthorn 7-5-47, Geelong 5-3-33, a 14-point margin to the Hawks. Now it's back to the boys at the Glenelg Oval.
Well, the play just about ready to get underway again in the centre of the ground. Todd Winstanley, who's impressed me today. Having said that, it was Brooks who got the tap out that time. Bamford runs through, gets the hand pass. Umpire says it will be a free kick, and North Adelaide must bring the ball back. Yeah, sometimes, I suppose there the umpire was in two minds. Will I be paying the advantage by letting North Adelaide go? But I thought they had a bit of a free run, Danny.
It's a ticky-touch one, that. I don't understand that rule, to be totally honest. I mean, I can't see why they didn't let that one go. It didn't hamper the play.
It's Moritz now in the centre of the ground. He goes on the left foot out to the left half forward flank. North Adelaide players crumb beautifully there by Fowden. I think it was. He's coming on the ground. He's now met heavily under the pack by Winstanley. Winstanley now, and that is stacks on the mill if I've ever seen it, Bug. There was 5 or 6 players who just all jumped on each other, and the umpire had no choice but to call the ball up.
Someone who's been a bit quiet so far has been Brett Knowles, who's been someone who's been really prolifically getting the football. Hasn't touched it, I don't think, at this stage.
I think you're right there, Danny. I was thinking that a while ago, being a St Kilda man. Having said that, there goes Brett Knowles. North Adelaide wants you to make comments like that again. And there's a magnificent one-hander taken this time by the North Adelaide player there. It is Danny Hargraves. That is, in fact, at this stage, the Paradise Community Church mark of the day. No need for a free kick there. And he's going to line up for goal as a pigeon comes in and roosts just above us. But he's going to roost the ball in just a moment from about 15 metres out, almost directly in front. Johnny, can you steer it through for us?
Well, the Hargraves coming in. He won't miss this, I wouldn't think. I've got it penciled down already, and he puts it straight through. So Hargraves gets his second, and he's looking quite dangerous up there, Danny Morton.
Well, he is, and I think he's been complaining about his opponent hanging on and scragging, and look, you know, a full forward of his quality and ilk would get that sort of treatment every week, so it's nothing unknown to him, but he's just letting the umpires know.
Also a good idea, as you say, to let the umpires know. Can make them aware of it, because if the fullback thinks he can get away with it, he'll certainly do it, knowing all defensive type players.
And how often...
Yeah, scratcher,
well, all that
kind of stuff.
How often does it happen, though, that you mention someone who's been a bit quiet, hasn't touched the footy, and within 2 seconds of mentioning it, they get a kick?
Let's see how often you can do that for the afternoon, Bug.
Yeah, I'm going to say, who are we going to nominate next, eh?
Tip of the day, that is.
I reckon Lucas Herbert's been a bit quiet so far.
He has been.
Big Lucas, where is he? At centre half forward. We're just waiting for the ball to be retrieved.
Yeah, the road.
Someone's done a runner with it, I think.
Put in the boot.
Yep.
They're off.
They're off with it, it would seem. So if you're actually going to any garage sale tomorrow, just be careful what you buy. It's North Adelaide 3-1-19, Glenelg 2-1-13. And we've played, let's see, is that 15 minutes gone in the opening quarter? We've seen a real good game of footy so far. So if you're anywhere near the Glenelg area, come on down to Brighton Road, down to the footy oval down here, because these two teams are playing an exciting brand this afternoon.
As we're back in the middle with the new pill, the ball's bounced down, it goes up beautifully, so the ball's all right, nothing wrong with that. Winstanley gets the tap, but it's sharp by Knowles. He's on fire thanks to Bug. The ball goes inside 50, but a good defensive mark taken in the back line there by, I can't quite pick that player up, I think it was Sherwood. He now kicks the ball, but it's intercepted by young Paul James. He gives it back to Bamford, who's starting to get into the play. He now sees a player free inside 50, and he takes the mark, and we'll just wait. It's young Moritz again, is it?
It's Heath Uni.
No, it's Uni, number 30. Uni's got it. He's directly in front, 45 out.
Damaging skills from Bamford again.
Yes, and the turnover for Glenelg cost them there. Once again, they've got to make sure they use the football correctly, because North will hurt you. Uni now goes with the right foot from forward. Doesn't quite reach the distance. And the mark's been taken, actually. And he now kicks the ball forward, and James takes the mark. He's sent it. It was marked right. It's quite a strange occurrence of events. Every player just stopped.
Big Barry Brooks, I think it was.
Big Barry Brooks just put his arms up and took the mark because the ball fell short, and Paul James was just standing all on his own.
No, it wasn't Brooks, because he's back down there.
No, it was McEntee.
Young McEntee,
and he sent it to James, who now lines up and puts it through. So North Adelaide get their 4th goal. Young Paul James gets his 2nd, so he started well up forward and very dangerous round goals, much like his brother Roger. And North Adelaide, a fantastic start.
OK, it's 4 goals, 1 North Adelaide, that's 25, and Glenelg 2-1-13. That's the Mr Clip scoreboard. Gavin, you've got a few more scores there for us.
Yes, thank you, Doug. Albert and Port Adelaide 1 goal, 1-7. Trail, South Adelaide 2 straight goals, 12. And at the Richmond, Westies are still 2-2-14. Sturt yet to score. Back to you.
The margin here is 12 points. This is the Mr Clip match of the day, and it's a beauty too. 2 goals apiece there to Paul James and Daniel Hargraves in this game for the North Adelaide Roosters. Umpire lets this one go, but there's a pack of players again in the centre of the ground, and two of the Norwood boys here beside me, that Matthew Golding there with his arms out, appealing for a free kick. The umpire says no thank you, as the Glenelg reserves just go for their little bit of a warm-up there around the boundary line. Darren O'Brien is one, young Jace Richardson is down there, the 18-year-old. We wish him well Today, in towards centre-half forward, Kelvin Maher tries to tap ball across. Does it rather well too, and Kimmy Costa is in there. Goes for a big, long hand pass. There's another hand pass that came out there from Irvin. Irvin gets it across to Sherwood, who's well down from half-back. Good football by Sherwood. He bursts through there and finds his teammate, who drops the easiest of marks, but the ball, they're battling for it there, the Bays. Kimmy Costa with it now. He's working very, very hard, Costa, as he always does. That was a shocking kick, and it's taken away here by the North Adelaide players. Full marks to the left. They put tremendous pressure on them. 2 bounces here by Scott Bamford. Will he take a third? Yes, he will. Will he take a fourth? He is the racehorse. Had a magnificent kick on the run. He looks down here for Hargraves. He can't take the mark on the 50-metre line, and the ball's gone across the line and out of bounds on that area over there in the, what would you call that, the northeastern quarter near that beautiful lawn piece of oval where I saw Glenelg and Norwood meet last year. I won't say any more about that for the sake of you two guys.
Thank you very much.
You remember the game, Danny?
I do remember. I tore the ligament in my knee.
Right.
Not one to remember.
Right.
I think I got a rip from the coach afterwards as well for not playing well.
I think all the boys may have. I think the Bays knocked you off in that game from memory. Yeah. But that happens.
Trust you to remember that one, Doug.
Yep.
Anyway, ball now still in the same position from the throw-in. Ball's bounced down. There's a pack of players in there. James Sharks it quickly. Goes on the right from the 4 pocket. No, it's Uni, is it? Out there in the half foot. Or Young Ebert. And he has kicked a fantastic goal for North. That's their 5th. Well, that was superb skills from Ebert. He just sharked it there on the deep in the right forward pocket and snapped a beautiful goal, and that's great play, Danny Morton.
And very important from Paul James. He started really well, actually, and he's got, all the Jameses are classy, and they can handball the ball with very good precision, very quickly, and Paul James sharked that from the ball up. Quick hands to Ebert, and Ebert was good enough to finish.
They practice with watermelons up on the farm, I'm told.
Yeah, that's right, with their apples and their pears.
Yeah. Well, you've done a bit of the fruit picking up there with them too, Danny. They get out there and have a kick during their lunch breaks?
Yeah, we certainly do.
I can imagine that.
The dogs.
As we're back in the middle, North Adelaide clear the footy out of the centre as it's Young. Is it Ebert again? Yep. No, yeah, Ebert again. He's playing well at the moment. He centres the ball looking for Wintle. Wintle's inside 50, has a shot on goal. Is that another one? It is. North Adelaide on fire at the moment. Wintle, a beautiful goal from 50 metres out on the run. And that is goal number 6 to North Adelaide. They go on to 6-1-31. It's 37, sorry, leading Glenelg 2-1-13, and a fantastic start here for North, Danny. They're looking dangerous all over the field.
Yeah, well, it's good. Glenelg just a bit shell-shocked at the moment. Burns not getting his hand on the ball. Mackenzie's not getting his hand on the ball. Costa hasn't touched it much, and where they were prominent early, so they've got to get their hands on the footy again.
And if you look at the windsock, it would appear that North Adelaide is kicking against the breeze. It's not a howling gale or anything, but certainly it'd be worth a couple of goals. There's the bounce up. Oh, good tap out this time by Brooks. But it's going to be, there's a determined Kim Costa. That was good football across to Win Stanley. Goes down towards half forward. Wasn't terribly easy to mark. Great defensive work there by the player number 9 in Rivers it was. That was wonderful stuff. But it's taken by Byrne back on the centre of the ground. You mentioned his name just a while ago, and he's got a kick across to Sher. He's going to get caught with the ball. He races through centre half forward. The umpire said play on. Big Golding this time tries to dodge around a player, but it's not a terribly effective kick, or is it? No, Hanby nearly took a good mark. A chance again for Glenelg this time. Here's Baldwin around his shoulder. The ball's going to bounce across the boundary line, but that was a good effort by the Bays. They're saying, hey, North have got to run, but we're going to come back. We've got a margin here of some 24 points in favour of North Adelaide on the Mr. Clip scoreboard. We've played almost 20 minutes of the opening quarter.
As the ball's brought back into play in the left forward pocket for Glenelg. Golding fighting hard there. It's cleared though through Moritz. He gets the ball out wide to Wintle. Wintle goes long down to the centre wing. There's a big pack of players. Big thump there from Win Stanley as the ball comes down to the Glenelg Crummers. They clear it now through the left footer in Irvin. He goes down inside 50. Deep into looking for Hamby. He's got 2 to beat. He can't. He gets a handle on it. Actually, he did well there. He's had 2. Had Ebel on him, and the other defender down there that was right beside him as well. And he's managed to get a foot on it, but it's just dribbled outside over for the boundary, and it'll be a throw in. Right forward pocket this time as the ball comes back into play to Ruckman Hamby in there going against Brooks. He gets a handle on it. North working hard in the last line of defence. Heavy traffic there in the forward pocket still, and the umpire will be forced. No, he's picked out a free kick there, Bug. Who's that going to? It's a Brooks. He was on the bottom of the pack.
Brooksy.
Big Brooksy did well. He gets a kick out now. Releases his teammate out there in Adam Morgan. Adam Morgan now goes out wide as well, and the ball will go over the boundary line for another throw in on the outer side. It's 20-minute mark now, the first quarter. North Adelaide leading 6-1-37 to Glenelg 2-1-13.
You had the good passages of play then, John. It's amazing how you can pick them up, eh?
It was scrappy as a junkyard, that one.
It was, wasn't it? Here's a wobbly old kick in towards the centre of the ground by North Adelaide. There's an attempted hand pass there from the Glenelg boys. Again, there's a big pack of players. And here am I making fun of the passenger play you had, John, and I've copped it
You've
this
just
time.
got one, Doug.
I did. 24 points the margin in favour of North Adelaide. It's the Mr. Clip match of the day here at the Glenelg Oval. And a pretty good game of football too is what we are seeing. But North Adelaide doing everything right at the moment after a stunning start by both teams. There's a hand pass that came out there from the North Adelaide player in Paul James. Gee, he's been good with foot and hand in this opening quarter. But there's a good strong mark taken by Matthew Scher. No, it's not Matthew Scher. It's Nathan Irvin this time who got it across there. I picked that up with the left foot. As it's going to be Glenelg going forward once again. Is that Mackenzie?
Mackenzie on the outer side.
Yeah, he's a good player with both sides of the body too. Knocked out here, comes across to Hanby, who is playing up forward, it would seem. Here's a chance now for the Glenelg team. Is this through? No, it's gone off target and through for a minor score. So it takes Glenelg along now to 2-14, but they're trading North Adelaide 6-1-37 here at Glenelg.
As Cook brings the ball back into play, short pass, still inside defensive 50 for North Adelaide. He kicks now forward, goes outside to the left half back flank for North. They're working hard in numbers
Good
again. It's
handball.
released over the top to Wintle. He now goes down forward looking for the dangerous Ebert down there. He can't get a handle on it and the ball goes over the boundary line and out of bounds. And that may have actually been Maritz out there on the outer side. That pole was right in my way there,
Right
Danny
away.
Morton.
It's a clever little interception there by Scher too, running back with the flight of the footy. Just got his hand in there. Ebert was certain to mark that.
I reckon he's played all right, Matthew Scher, in
Done
this
very
opening
well.
quarter. Yep.
As the ball comes back into play, Herbert gets a big thump on it, but the umpires picked out a free. And I think the umpires might be best to try and pick out a few frees to get rid of these ugly packs, Danny Morton. As the ball now kicked out wide, it's looking out there for Statham. He can't get a handle on it. North intercepted. It goes inside 50. Once again, working hard under the pack there is Glenelg. They're working hard again. Is North. The quick kick goes forward. Oh, he can't take the mark there. It was Maritz, was it, down there in the forward pocket? He couldn't get a handle on it. Comes back out through Glenelg. They clear the ball and a good mark taken there by Stevens on the half-back flank.
The former Kangaroo Stevens now goes this time with the left foot. That is a magnificent kick. He's gone at least 50 metres over to Mackenzie, who in turn gets the hand pass across to Byrne. A couple of players we mentioned a while ago. We'll pick out a few more. And big Matthew Golding, who I reckon has been pretty useful at centre half forward. He's perhaps messed up a couple of things, but, you know, he's a big lumbering type and he's moving around, and his clash with young Adam Morgan is turning out to be a real good duel, and I think Morgan's got his hands full. So Golding now. So what I called him, Matthew Golding? I think I did call him that, and why shouldn't I?
Did.
That's his name.
Big Goldie.
He's going to kick from about 50 metres now, in fact, right on the 50-metre line. Let's see what he does. He should know this ground pretty well. Oh, it's a beautiful kick. He's put it straight through the middle. And the Glenelg supporters are cheering, they're clapping, and they're pretty excited about that one too. It takes Glenelg along to 3-2-20. They're trading North Adelaide though, 6-1-37. Well into the first quarter. Let's get more AFL scores. Here's Gavin.
Thank you, Doug. At the Alberton Oval, Port are still on 1-1-7. South are 3 straight goals, 18. And at the Richmond, Westies have bolted 5 goals, 3-33. Leeds Sturt 1 straight goal, 6.
That is amazing stuff, isn't it?
Turn-ups there, Doug.
Yeah, well, big Adam Richardson back in that West Adelaide team. And, of course, South today with Brogan back and Hall back. And Port Adelaide very much under strength. So who knows? There could be a couple of upsets. It's not a bad thing for footy, I can tell you. As Win Stanley charges his way through. Magnificent football. He carried the ball through to centre half forward. Gets it across to Hanby on the 50-metre line. He, in turn, is forced into a quick hand pass because of the pressure put on him by the North Adelaide defenders. Timmy Cook now runs very close to the boundary line and I reckon was pretty lucky not to be penalised there, because I don't think he did terribly much to keep it in play.
He didn't. It's just interesting there before the ball was in the forward line there. Daniel Ebert had to go back and take the mark. And look, he'd take that 9 times out of 10 and he spilt it. And the ball got turned over and went straight down and kicked the goal. It's just a really costly drop of a mark.
turnovers, they are so costly. I tell you what, if you're barracking for a team, no disrespect to Daniel Ebert, he's a wonderful young player, but they're so frustrating as James Byrne kicks the ball right up in towards the teeth of goal. Up they go. Comes off hands. I thought Mackenzie was going to take the Paradise Community Church mark of the day. Couldn't do so. But going in again, we find the Bays. Here's a chance. Is this going to be a goal? Oh, great save. Great defensive work there by North Adelaide. And it's been knocked through for a minor score. The boy down there is...
Jared Rivers.
Young 17 years of age, doing that. That is not real bad, is it, eh?
Fantastic effort by Rivers as Cook brings the ball back into play. It's a short pass, still inside North defensive 50. It's Laddams now. He's summing up his option. Will he go the switch or will he just come down the line? He's looking like he's got a couple of players free out here on the outer side. He picks out one there in Rivers again, who did a fantastic effort there to prevent the goal going through for the Bays. He now kicks down to centre wing looking for Herbert. He can't get a handle on the ball. Laddams working hard in the pack. He gets his neck ripped off and he'll take the free kick. Thanks very much, says Laddams. He's on the centre wing now. He's got a couple of loose players. One's James. He goes over the top of James though and has another loose player in the left forward pocket, and it's Uni. Uni now has it at 45 metres out. He goes long. Centering kick, disciplined kick there from you. Looking for Hargraves at the full forward line. And there he is, the danger man, Daniel Hargraves. A little bit too easy, Daniel.
How can the key forward for a side get an easy uncontested mark like that when it's a set play almost?
Well, he's going to kick the goal after the siren. I think the ball tended to drift away. It seems to happen to good players though, doesn't it?
Well, it does, I guess.
In comes Hargraves now, kicking from about 20 metres. There's his third goal for the opening quarter. I tell you what, it has been a thrilling opening quarter, and thrilling for North Adelaide supporters particularly. There's 7 goals, 1, which is 43. 7-1, 43. That's the Mr. Clip scoreboard. And Glenelg 3-3, 21. As you can see, both teams have had their opportunities up forward. North Adelaide 7-1, 43, over Glenelg 3-3, 21. Goal kickers for North Adelaide up to quarter time. Daniel Hargraves has kicked 3, Paul James 2, Daniel Ebert and Darryl Wintle 1 apiece. The goals for Glenelg have been kicked by Marcus Baldwin, Matthew Golding and Michael Hanby. So the margin here is 22 points at quarter time. We're coming to you live from the Glenelg Oval. North Adelaide in front in what's been a very entertaining quarter. Our boys are down getting the thoughts and the comments from the two coaches, Brenton Honour and Darryl Hart. This is where local footy comes to life.
Your mission, find the best commercial and industrial cleaners on the planet.
Royal Cleaning Services go above and beyond to ensure your business gets the royal treatment.
You're going to say, he needs a few more guts for Herbert, and he's a big boy. Mark Stevens, we're just about to get underway here.
Just quickly, the guys were obviously disappointed with their performance that quarter and were quite negative, but Coach Brenton Honour just came straight in and reminded the guys to stay positive, to use the skills he knows they can use. So that's about it. Thanks, Doug.
Yeah, no, that's good comments too, and I think we like about Brenton Honour is the fact that he's able to remain positive even when times are tough, and that looks like it was a miss kick this time from Todd Winstanley. There, he's a lad who's worked hard in this first quarter, I reckon.
And it's Knowles now, has the ball on the back line for North Adelaide. He moves the ball quickly forward, looking out for the big fella. Out on the, I think it's Brooks, is it, out there on the outer side. He now is battling against 2 Glenelg players. He loses out to Mackenzie, who twists and turns, has a player in the middle, and it goes over his head, but unfortunately it falls into Winstanley's arms. He gets the ball back to his teammate in Sherwood. Sherwood now, his hand pass is intercepted as North Adelaide go forward through Moritz. He now has a chance to kick a shot on goal. It swings onto the left foot, and he has put it through. Classy bit of play there from Moritz as he, inside 50, swung on the left and put it straight through Bug. Reminded me of yourself.
Well, I don't know about that, Johnny, but another example of the turnover.
Yep,
I'll tell you, Mackenzie had control of the foot. He could have pumped it in long, opted to go inboard looking for, was it Golding or Sherwood, and didn't hit his target.
Yep.
North Adelaide flooded,
Well, they had,
Maritz
one,
kicked
they
the
had
goal.
one turnover, which they got away with, which went to win Stanley, and then they decided they'd have a crack at having another one, and that cost them. And in the middle of the ground, you can't afford to do that at the Bay.
You can't.
A couple of other games being played at the moment in the SANFL. Gavin, you've got some scores there for us.
Yes, at quarter time at the Alberton Oval. South Adelaide, 4 goals, 125. Leave Port, 1 goal, 310. A margin of 15 points in favour of South. I know you'd be pleased with that, Doug.
Very
and quickly,
pleased.
Westie, 6-4-40. Stir, 1 straight goal, 6 points.
Well, I wonder if the breeze is having any effect there, but even so, good performances there by the two underdogs in those games. Here in our match, on the Mr. Clip scoreboard, it's North Adelaide 8-1-49, leading Glenelg 3-3-21, and we've just got the second quarter underway, of course, with that goal, magnificent goal kicked by young Andrew Maritz. How many games has he played? Very, very few. In fact, just one game.
And his second goal in league footy.
Now, John, you should be calling this passage of play because it's a bit of a stalemate at the moment. And
Thanks, Doug.
This is where you
worries.
Yeah, you're always on it.
68 players around the football. Come on, umpire, give us a good bounce. He does. Well, it's not too bad. It favours North Adelaide slightly. Quick chain of hand passes in the middle of the ground, ends up with Bladhams out on the outer side, or he backs back into trouble. It gives it back to Knowles, who releases Bamford again. Dangerous Bamford out in his outer wing. He goes inside 50, up forward, looking down there for, I think it was Maritz again down there, or McEntee. Now it's young Paul James, twisting and turning in the right forward pocket, snaps it back over his shoulder.
Good.
And a fantastic grab. And this time it is Hargraves.
It is definitely
It's definitely Danny
Hargraves.
Hargraves.
Yes.
We did call him for a goal last quarter, which actually wasn't his, but that was a classy bit of play there from Hargraves, but a disciplined snap from James in the pocket.
It certainly was, and it was Uni who actually drew. He drew three Glenelg defenders to him, which allowed Jamesy just to sit off him a little bit. So really well done there from Uni, unselfish, handled it to Jamesy, and he centred it beautifully.
And a contender for the best brick and pavers team effort of the day, the effort by James and also by Uni. So real good stuff as Hargraves comes in now, 15 metres out from goal and about a 45-degree angle. The North Adelaide cheer squad down there in front of the wire, what do you call that? The
Mesh?
Fence. Fence, that's what I should know.
I think it's a fence, Doug.
Yeah, I grew up on a farm, always wondered what Dad was putting up.
No, that's right.
But there
Keeps the chickens in.
It's a goal anyway to North Adelaide, that's the main thing here. Chickens keeps the Roosters in here. It's North Adelaide, 9 goals, 155, and Glenelg 3-3-21.
And we've lost another ball.
Lost another ball,
Oh,
so
gee, expensive afternoon.
it is an expensive afternoon, isn't it, eh? But I tell you what, what do they use these days? Is it the Sharon or is it the Faulkner or
The Burley.
the Burley?
We could be using the Kmart special by the end of the day. Keep losing footballs at this rate. As we're back in the middle, ball's bounced down. It's a nice bounce. Ball number 3. As it goes out towards North Adelaide, they go forward through Ebert. He's now looking dangerous on that left foot. He's well tackled by Costa though. As the ball's cleared back through Irvin, he gets a quick kick forward to the centre forward line. Golding's up there working hard. It's the little fella in Mar who gets a quick hand pass out, although his teammates wrapped up. Working back in there is Irvin again. He gets a quick hand pass out to Costa. Costa now finds McKenzie. McKenzie's got a couple of players loose forward. He chooses one of those. It's gone wide, very wide indeed. And the player out there on the left half forward flank, right on the boundary for Glenelg, is David Willett, who has been performing quite well of late as a goal kicker. So let's see how he is from this angle. It's a very tight angle. It's as he comes in now, crosses the boundary line as we speak. The right footer on the right side.
Beautiful
for the right
kick.
footer. Oh, lovely looking kick, and he's put it through. I don't think he felt he was going to miss from the moment he kicked that.
Right.
And he's pretty happy about it too, and he G's up the Glenelg players. And that's probably what they needed. Certainly they were looking down the barrel there with Hargraves getting another one, but the score now, North 9 goals, 155 to Glenelg 4-3-27, and Danny, a very important goal for Glenelg there.
Well, it certainly has. I think that's the first goal they've kicked for some time now, and it was important that McKenzie got his hands on the footy again there. So he's really important to Glenelg, so he's got to get his hand on the footy.
And when you consider that they had Martin Melody back playing in the reserves today, Simon Heel, Ben Moore, there's some good signs there for the Bays after perhaps being so disappointing early. Nathan Irvin this time now swings round on his unnatural right foot in towards centre half forward. forward. North Adelaide will grab it this time through the big player there in Morgan. A hand pass came out from the player there in number 9, it was, I think, in Rivers, and the ball's going to go across the boundary line. No, it's not. Young Kelvin Ma is down there. He's quickly unloaded now. The umpire says play on. I think it's going to beat all players across the line, and it's gone out of bounds, and a throw-in to take place. North Adelaide in attack at the moment, midway between wing and half forward, and on the scoreboard, the Mr. Clip scoreboard, the margin 28 points in favour of the Roosters.
As the ball comes back into play, it's Brooks with Winstanley working hard. North Adelaide clearing through the packs as it goes forward there through Lilly, gets a quick kick forward. Uni's there back, but it's been as Doug. You think it's Doug? You all right, Doug?
Hey,
that was brilliant.
That was a great pluck.
There's a fantastic mark in the last line of defence there.
Tasborski,
fantastic effort by the fella. As the ball now is out on the centre wing, as Glenelg moving the ball forward. They're getting a bit of run into their game. Inside 50 looking for Golding, but it's cut off, and well cut off down there by young Adam Morgan. Playing quite well in defence, Morgan. He now will bring the ball back out to that outer side on the centre wing, as it's Brooks and Winstanley again working hard up there. The ball comes to Sujay Cook at the bottom of the pack. He swings onto his left foot, kicks the ball to half forward. No one can take the ball clearly. As North Adelaide, it's Knowles in there, who cleans up nicely. He gets a left-hand hand pass out towards his teammate there in Casey. Casey now goes forward for North Adelaide, up to centre half forward. Laddams couldn't get a handle on it. Glenelg working hard at the bottom of the packs again. They clear out towards Sujay Cook now. He's got the football, goes short, inside, finds McKenzie. McKenzie hand passes to Byrne. They're the key players for Glenelg as he gives a hand pass over the top to Greenwood. He now goes inside 50. North Adelaide can't take the mark. It's Stevens now. He's all on his own. The left forward pop centres the ball intelligently. Young Ma gets cleaned up. No free kick. Play on, says the umpires. Glenelg have another opportunity to have a shot at goal.
Yeah.
And Baldwin does it well, snaps it over his left shoulder, and it dribbles over the line for a goal. But that was well done by Glenelg. They worked hard and they deserved that goal.
Fantastic goal there from Baldwin, and it all started back here from Sujay Cook there. He got the crumbs. I think it was Paul James who actually flew for the mark there. I thought he committed himself. He probably didn't need to go for that mark, I don't think, and that left no crumbers for North on the ground, and that's where Sujay Cook was able to get the footy and move it forward.
That was a spectacular goal. Baldwin's a tall lad, and the way he was able to just do that left foot snapshot, he's 196 centimetres, but he's a very agile sort of a player. There's the bounce up in the centre of the ground. Great game of footy here at the Glenelg Oval. It is Glenelg racing forward again. Here he is, the link man. It is Philip McKenzie in towards centre half forward. Beautiful pass. And the mark has been taken here by David Willard. He'll kick from about 45 metres. I saw this lad warming up against Sturt, and I just saw him about 45 metres out from goal on a really acute angle, and with ease he just went ping and put it through, and I thought, he knows where the goals are.
Well, he was the one who kicked that really sharp angle earlier on in this quarter, so...
This is a much easier shot, and that doesn't look too bad from here, except that he's just offline and it's gone through for a minor score. So on the Mr. Clip scoreboard, it is Glenelg moving along to 5 goals for 34. North Adelaide 9-1-55. Gavin, more updates.
Alberton Oval, South Adelaide have bolted 6 goals 137 lead. Port Adelaide 1 goal 3-9, a 28-point margin in favour of South. And at Richmond, Westies 6-4-40, Sturt 2-2-14, a margin of 26 points.
The action down on the centre wing here. It is the Mr. Clip match of the day, and there's a good mark taken this time by the youngster in Matthew Scher. Gets the hand pass across to Nathan Irvin, runs through the centre of the ground. A big long left footer in towards centre half forward. Is it a Glenelg mark? It's not. Young Greenwood. So a hand pass from Marvo. Gets it across to a teammate in Costa. Comes out now to McKenzie. This is a goal. It's a goal to Glenelg. That's great footy by the Bays, and they are back in this contest. They're on 6 goals for 40. North Adelaide 9-1-55. The margin is 15 points, and this is one of the fastest free-flowing games you would see in the SANFL. Comments from the fast free-flowing Danny Morton.
Thanks very much, Dougie. Just North Adelaide just aren't getting their hands on the footy around the contest. Glenelg are getting the first to the footy, and they're using the ball well and moving in their forward line quickly. So North have got to get back to getting that first touch on the footy, getting their hands on it again.
Herbert's come off and Paris Fowden replaces him. He moves into the centre half forward position. So Daryl Hart winning the change there at centre half forward. As we're back in the middle of the ground, Glenelg now working hard again, and they clear the packs again as Irvin, who's in fine form at the moment, the experienced former Nord and former Sturt player. As it's Willett, who at the bottom of the pack gets a quick hand pass out to Stevens. He finds a player in the middle. Does he? No, can't quite get there. It's Young. It's young Ma there, who's been working hard under the packs. He can't get a handle on it as North clear to the centre wing. Working hard again, or as Sher comes in and hits his opponent hard there for North Adelaide.
Number 38,
I don't think we've got a 38 listed.
Number 30.
Number 30, it's uni. It's those white numbers. They blur into different numbers. Bug?
They do. I thought it was 2002 at one stage. As we find it's going to be the Bays going forward again. Big Golding is down there. It could be a North Adelaide mark. It's not, though. And the umpy coming in. Glashenko was in there too, the state squad member. The umpy comes in and calls for a bounce.
Very quick to come in for a bounce then, wasn't he?
He was. I thought Glashenko a while ago, to be honest. I thought, the boy, I thought had the mark. The umpy didn't pay it, but just one of those things, and they can be crucial. Another goal to South Adelaide, so they are on the rampage there at Alberton. This time it is Glenelg who are doing everything right this time. It's young Hanby, gets it in towards goal. Here's Kelvin Ma, the electrifying player. Gets it across there to his teammate. Oh, the kick is smothered there from Stevens. It's on the ground. Baldwin is in there. North Adelaide's Cook. Good, strong play by Timmy Cook. And eventually North Adelaide come away there. Glashenko on the half-back line. Not a good kick, though. It lands in the arms of a Glenelg player. A hand pass to James Byrne. What can he do from 45 metres? He's looking down here for Baldwin. Baldwin, a beauty, has taken the mark. He's deep in the pocket. Will only be about 20 metres, 15 metres out from goal. That was good.
Is that a Paradise Community Mark of the Day, Doug?
Oh, Paradise Community Church Mark of the Day. I tell you what, there's a lot of football people down there. The Evans boys, very, very keen on the footy. A couple of the pastors down there, and I reckon even they would have been impressed with that. They don't barrack for the Bays, though.
As Baldwin runs around, snaps. Clever effort, and he's put it through. Great work from Baldwin. He's been exciting around goals up forward for Glenelg. And while we've got Hargraves down one end, we've got Baldwin down the other, so very entertaining for the fans as we go round the grounds.
Alberton Oval, South, 7 goals, 143 lead. Port Adelaide, 139. That's a 34-point margin in favour South. And at Richmond, Sturt are coming back. Westies, 6-4-40. Sturt, 3-2-20. A margin 20 points to West.
Mark Stevens has just handed me a little note here saying that Nathan Irvin's just come off. He's had a very, very good quarter for the Bays. Young Jace Richardson, the 18-year-older, is on. Irvin having some treatment on his left hamstring, so that's not good news for the Bays. Hope it's okay. As we find North Adelaide come out of the centre here. Paul James, who's been a good player today, kicks down towards half forward. It's eluded all players. It was an awkward sort of a bounce, that one. And young Craig Statham it is, another one of the 18-year-olders, who's been a pretty impressive young defender in his 2 or 3 games with the Bays. Knocks the ball across the boundary line for a throw-in deep in the pocket this time. North Adelaide in attack.
There's a ball in the right forward pocket for North Adelaide. Comes back into play. Winstanley in front, gets a tap down towards Sher. Can't get a handle on it. As it's Hargraves who picks it up quickly and a quick snap over his shoulder. But unfortunately for North, it doesn't go through, only for a behind. As North go on to, that's their second behind. It's a pretty high-scoring game and very accurate as well. North 9-2, Glenelg 7-4. As the ball's brought back into play, McKenzie is working hard. He really has picked up a lot of possessions this quarter. Gives it to Costa, to Byrne. There's their 3 key midfielders. Back to Costa. Costa now in trouble, summing up his options. Gets it over the top to Hamby. Hamby now goes down the line again. Another hand pass. As it ends up back with Costa. Costa now gets a kick, and it's up in the air. Will it bring rain? It may. McKenzie, good mark there by Hamby. He's a tall fella and very mobile too. He now goes inside, looking for his teammate there in Sher. He's got the footy now in the middle of the ground. Goes out wide, looking for the young fella in Richardson out there on the outer wing. He's just come on the ground to replace Irvin, who has a dodgy hammy apparently. Richardson now goes inside 50. And, it's Baldwin trying to take a screamer. He was up and down before the ball even got in his vicinity then,
He was up and down before the ball was kicked.
Warwick Tapper like it for that one.
He has taken them, though. We've seen him take a grab or 2 like that. I think it was in the opening game this year, Danny, down there at Noarlunga. But it didn't come off this time, and North Adelaide take the mark there on the outside. That is a good mark. Lucas Herbert, who's now back on the ground. He's taken the place of Barry Brooks, drops the ball in short, and we find Paul James. I'd like to see his stats in towards full. Spectacular leap there from behind by the Glenelg defenders. It comes out now towards the half-back line. Glenelg defending grimly, the former Saint. And back with the Bays now. Ben Thompson got the hand pass away, and is appealing for a free kick. The umpire says no, and it's going to be a throw-in. Paris Foden.
And hang on, I think something's going to happen here. He's giving the umpire the bird.
Yeah.
Thompson. Oh, he gave him the forearm bug, was
He
it?
did. He was very disgusted with that.
Yeah, it was pretty undisciplined football by Benny Thompson, and I think that that would disappoint Brenton Honor. I know Thompson was disappointed. North Adelaide in attack. Thompson has it again. He's done well this time. Got the hand pass out there, and it comes to Sujay Cook. Cook now has got a paddock to run in. Not that it looks like that. It's in good nick out towards the wing, and Matthew Sher has taken the mark on the outer side of the ground.
He's a good mark for his height, Sher, isn't he?
Very good mark.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yes, sure.
I think that may even be Stevens out there. It is. It's Stevens. He now gives inside to Sher Bug. I got you on that one. And Sher now gives it back to Stevens. They're waxing out there on the outer flank. Inside to Ma. Ma gives it to Cook. Here's some of the pace through the midfield for Glenelg. It's back to Sher. He now kicks it inside 50 for Glenelg. Baldwin's up there again. Good effort by Ebel. He worked hard to bring the ball to ground. Wintle's there in the front of the pack. And again, it's Stacks on the mill. And there'll be a ball up inside forward 50 for the Bays. And
I reckon a runner might run out to Ben Thompson soon because he felt that there should have been a free kick even there, and he's waving the finger at the umpy from a long way away. Here's the runner going out right at this moment.
It is a hot day. He may be a little bit suffering from the heat.
Yeah.
A little bit hot-tempered, Bug.
It looks it. Certainly looks.
As Marsh breaks clear from the pack, the ball up, he kicks another one for the Bays. They're on fire at the moment. They get their 8th goal. And they move on to 8 goals, 4-52 to North Adelaide, 9-56. And Bug, the Roosters have stopped as we go to an update.
Alberton Oval, South Adelaide 7 goals, 2-44, lead Port Adelaide 2-3-15, 29-point margin favour South. Richmond, Westies 6-4-40, lead Sturt 3-2-20, 20-point margin favour West Adelaide.
Welcome back to the Mr. Clip match of the day. We've got 4 points the margin here, and I thought as I was coming down, and you two guys came down together, you thought this could be the match of the round, and I think, I mean, if there's a better game than this in Adelaide at the moment, then I'd like to be there. This is a beauty here this afternoon. The Mr. Clip match of the day. There's the bouncer. Big Lucas Herbert got the tap out. Heath Uni there. He was quickly dispossessed of the ball. It was a strong tackle. The kick off the ground. It was almost a mark to Glenelg as they surge forward again. The Glenelg line up, but the umpy comes in and will call for a bounce. It's on the half-forward line. The Bays in attack, and they've done most of it in this quarter. What have they kicked this quarter?
They've kicked 5-1. To North's 2 goals, 1.
2-1 to 5-1. And the strange thing, it seems to be the non-scoring end in terms of the breeze anyway, kicking into the breeze. Umpire with the ball, puts it down. Up go the big fellows again. Good. It was actually Mackenzie that came over the top and got the tap. Oh, free kick to North, I thought he was grabbed around the neck. The umpy let it go. There's a hand pass that came out from Greenwood. Got it across to Stevens. Stevens onto his left foot. Almost a specky taken there by Rivers. Couldn't quite control it. And North Adelaide bring the ball away. Out here towards the wing. Up they go. And I think it was young Heath Uni. I'm just thinking of what I think I said off air that Pity's not in the state squad, because if he was and you were broadcasting the match, you could say Uni of SA. I thought that was a beautiful line. Thank you, Danny.
That's why I'm a full-time student.
Yeah, you are, aren't you?
I certainly am.
Doing the teacher training. Another couple of goals there to South Adelaide we've just heard, so we'll get an update from Gavin in a moment, as North Adelaide it is who run through the centre wing position. They go down towards half-forward this time through Darryl Wintle. And Win Stanley took the mark across there to Cook. Cook on to Sher. Gee, he's played well today. Good. And so Stevens too. The best game I've seen him play. He's just dropped the mark though. But got the hand pass back to Sher, who's run through. This boy wants a game with the Crows, I can see. Hanby! No, but it's the boy from behind in Morgan who's taken it.
Morgan defending well for the Roosters in this quarter. He comes out wide, switches player to the near side of the ground, and Laddams takes the mark. But he's wrapped up well by Costa, so there's no play on opportunity for the Roosters, and Laddams is held up on the left half back flank. He now sees a player free in the middle, and it's Ebert. He's got a hold of footy in the middle of the ground. He goes short again, looking for Wintle. Wintle's now got it. Looked like he was nearly off there for a minute, but just wrapped up nicely by Sher in the middle of the ground. So Wintle now has to go back and sum up his options. He's right in the middle of the oval. He goes for a short pass, looking for Hargraves in the lead. It goes over his head though. Cook working hard under the packs as well. And it is Stacks on the mill once again, and we'll have a ball up, Danny Morton.
Yeah, they're just looking a little bit stagnant across half forward, I think, North Adelaide at the moment. A couple of times there they've looked up. No one was presenting themselves. Paris Foden's got to present himself a bit harder.
Well, one of the interesting things is they're changing their Big Brooks and Lucas Herbert both started on the ground, and I wonder whether, in fact, they may want to play both of them on the ground. As here's a chance now. This lad's got some ability, young Andrew Moritz, and he's put it through for a minor score this time, but he looks pretty classy. He's a little left-footed rover, this lad, and playing only his, what did we discover a while ago? He's only 18. Second game, 18 years of age. He looks a real chance.
Looks a bit like Brett Guerrero, actually, the way he moves.
He does, yeah, a little touch of that, and also Matthew Bartamucci. There's a bit of that height in him too, being a left footer as well. So on the Mr. Clip scoreboard, it takes North Adelaide to 9-3-57. They hold a 5-point margin over the Bays. 8-4-52. Ooh, the crowd is yelling this time. Here's a go for North Adelaide, right up in towards the teeth of goal, and it has gone through for a minor score. So let's check it again. It's North Adelaide 9-4-58. Glenelg 8-4-52. It's just the one straight kick, the difference here at the Brighton Road Oval.
As the ball now being brought back into play, goes long out to the outer side, looking out there for goal, Winstanley, and he takes a good mark. Plays on quickly. The hand pass wasn't the best though. Put young Malcolm Greenwood under pressure. Ball goes back, it falls out, turnover. Moritz gets a quick kick inside 50, but he doesn't use the football very well as Danny Morton puts his hands up in despair. A bit of Rooster's blood still flowing in his body as a ball now comes out wide. Glenelg, well shepherded there by Sujay Cook. He cops one over the head as well for his troubles. The ball comes down to the centre wing. North Adelaide meet the ball first though. Hamby working hard. He's been prominent this quarter on this wing. He gets a quick up and under ball looking for Golding. He's sort of manhandled, but he fights and gets dumped in a big tackle by Morgan. Good play there by Morgan. He's been holding up for the Roosters back there in the back line. Now Laddams gets a kick forward as well, but he picks out a Glenelg player none better than it's young Sherwood there for Glenelg. Sherwood now brings the ball back inside. He's found a player free in the middle of the ground.
Looks like Benny Thompson again. Is it Benny Thompson?
Benny Thompson, who seems to have cooled off. He had a little bit of the dummy certainly was spat out before, but it's back in. And he kicks the ball down to centre half forward, looking for Golding up there and Hamby as well. It's Willett, the goal sneak. Does he put it through? Oh! Well crumb there by Willett on the right, but he gets his second point for this quarter. Hit the left-hand post right at the base. And he's very dangerous standing around Pax.
He does look very dangerous around goals. He's got good goal sense. He backs himself. Just a bit unlucky on that occasion. Hit the woodwork.
As the Glenelg Mini League get ready, and what a thrill for these kids. Their mums and dads are here, and a happy Mother's Day tomorrow too to all the mums, particularly those who have lads playing footy around Adelaide this afternoon. And North Adelaide now bring the ball down towards the wing. Up went big Lucas Herbert, couldn't quite hold it. Winstanley was in there, he couldn't grab it either. Will be picked up though by one of the younger players a little bit closer to the ground. I think it was Big Morgan in there, who's got pretty good skills close to the ground despite his height, and he can't be too far away from getting a berth in the Port Adelaide power team, although the way they're playing, it may be next year.
He really has lifted this quarter too. I thought he was quiet in the first quarter. Adam Morgan's got on top in that duel with Golding.
Fair comment too. We've got 5 points the margin here. It is North Adelaide in front as we approach half-time. We've played 24 minutes of this quarter. It's picked up here though by the player in O'Brien. He kicks down towards half forward. Kim Costa, almost spectacular stuff. The umpy says it's a free kick to Tim Cook. I thought Kim was pretty unlucky there, but may have infringed. Tim Cook now says thank you very much, drops it in short and finds his skipper in Darryl Wintle.
Wintle now still inside defensive 50 for North Adelaide. He spots up a player and it's Ebert there in the middle of the ground. He now goes out wide to Laddams. Laddams starting to get a bit of the footy this quarter. He on that lovely left foot kicks inside 50 looking for Hargraves. Oh, got a handle on the back. Bamford at the back of the pack. Can't get a handle on the footy as it runs towards the boundary line. Still in play. Glenelg over the top of it and Bamford back in again. And the ball will be bounced as no one can get a handle on Bamford. Obviously dangerous there as the ball went over the back of the pack. He would have loved to have just got a hold of that one, bugged and snapped it through.
The ball just kept rolling away from him. He just needed to sit up a bit.
It picked up a lot of pace.
5 points the margin here, the Mr. Clip match of the day at Glenelg Oval. There's a hand pass that came out there from Paul James. It went to Bamford, who has a snapshot for goal. He's off target, but the umpire says, Scott, would you like another kick? Because Winstanley came in just that little bit too late. Nothing terribly untoward about it, but it was certainly an infringement, and Scott Bamford to take this free kick. He'll kick from 50 metres, but he's deep on the pocket and right in front of the grandstand here at the southern end of the Glenelg Oval. So number 7 for North Adelaide, the speedster. And a player with experience at 3 AFL clubs, Geelong and Brisbane, and have I left one out there? Or was it 2 AFL
Fitzroy?
clubs? And Fitzroy, of course.
The mighty Roy boys.
In comes Bamford now from 50 metres. A little bit too far out this time. It goes across. Oh, there's a mark to North Adelaide. Mark to North Adelaide, right in the teeth of goal. And it's been taken here by their ace full forward in Danny Hargraves, the former Western Bulldog and Fremantle player. And Danny Hargraves has got the mark. He will kick from right on the edge of the 10-metre square. And John Cunningham, I know you love kicking goals. Steer this one through for us.
I've already marked this one down. as Hargraves puts it through, and the North Adelaide cheer squad behind the goals are very happy with that one because it landed right in the middle of them. And now Hargraves gets his, I think that's his fourth, is it, Doug?
I think it's his third, because Glashenko,
no, I think it's his fourth.
It is his fourth.
Yeah.
My apologies.
As we go round the grounds.
Albert and Oval, South Adelaide 9 goals, 256, lead Port Adelaide 3-4-22, a 34-point margin to South. And at Richmond, Sturt coming back 6-5-41 West Adelaide, Sturt 4-4-28, a 13-point margin to West Adelaide.
So we're back in the middle as Doug thumps the air. That scoreboard line from Albert, and he's pretty happy, Doug, beside us, Denny, as the ball goes in the middle of the ground. The ball actually bounced up and then bounced down and bounced up again. Amazing performance by the umpire as the ball now cleared from Glenelg. Costa working hard in the half-forward flank, gets it out to Stevens. He's been prime this quarter. Winstanley gets a quick up and under left foot. It's back to the teeth of the goal for Glenelg. Willett there, he's dangerous, this player. What can he do? Gets a quick outburst out to Richardson. Play on, says the umpire. No. Young Richardson had that chance to kick a goal, son, and he didn't.
Well, the umpires...
The umpire gave it to him, but he just, the inexperience of the lad, he just couldn't quite take the opportunity, so he's had to give it back to Willett, who's now got a shot at goal.
He's got to take the Mr. Clip. But no, the best brick and pavers team effort of the day for that.
That is a team effort, yeah. You're right there, Doug, as Willett goes back from directly in front, and he puts it through, so it's goal for goal here at the Bay. As Willett gets his second for the quarter. He's had 4 shots at goal this quarter. He's kicked 2 goals and 2 points. As Glenelg move on to 9-5-59 to North Adelaide, who still hold a slight lead, 10-4-64. So it's a close one here at the Bay, and it's a very entertaining game, Danny. Very high scoring.
It certainly is. It's very free-flowing, isn't it? I guess both sides are backing themselves and running forward hard. James Byrne, it looks like young Scotty Lill, fantastic little footballer, is just about to come on. I'm not sure who they're going to take off for that.
As the ball's back in the middle, umpire's bouncing beautifully today. As Herbert got his hand on it. Glenelg, they're working hard through Richardson out there. Ebert, they works back hard, gets inside to Laddams. He's had a few touches this quarter, and they all go inside 50 as well. As the ball goes up, and once again, we have another shot on goal, and it's Big Hargraves who'll be lining up for goal number 5. And Laddams has been prominent this quarter for the Roosters, and he's very damaging bug with his kicks inside 50.
Well, I tell you, yeah, he has been very good, and he's such a classy footballer, Chrissy Laddams. But Danny Hargraves, he's playing on an 18-year-old. He's played 2 games, Craig Staffen. It's really big ask for him.
It's a big ask.
And he, at the moment, he just looks like he's a little bit lost. Hargraves is just losing him a little bit.
Yeah, well, he's not actually even getting his hand to his arms. Hargraves marking it free. As Hargraves has a shot on goal, what's he done with this one?
He's missed it.
He's missed it. So young Statham will breathe a big sigh of relief as that one went to the right-hand side. And it's Hargraves' first behind, I think, because he's had most of his shots from right in front of goal, Doug.
He has, exactly. And there's the kick out by the Bays, and it's gone out on the full. And, well, whether it was out on the full or not, the fact that it wasn't touched before it went out. And the free kick is taken here by North Adelaide. James McEntee, the young 17-year-old full forward, launches this one right up into the 10-metre square, and it's been rushed through for a minor score. And you've heard it right here in the Mr. Clip match of the day. It is a real thriller at the Glenelg Oval. North Adelaide at half-time. Move along to 10 goals, 66. Leading Glenelg 9-5-59, just 7 points the margin. A real free-flowing game of football. Let's check the goal kickers here at half-time. For North Adelaide, it's Daniel Hargraves, who's kicked 4. 2 goals to Paul James and singles to Darryl Wintall, Daniel Ebert, Travis Blashenko and Andrew Moritz. While the goals for the Bays, their 9 goals have been kicked by Marcus Baldwin, who has 3. David Willett has 2. And singles to Philip McKenzie, Matthew Golding, Kelvin Marr and Michael Hanby. But a real thriller of a game. 7 points the margin. And, of course, it's Doug, it's Bug, and, John, you must be the thug.
I've been known to be a thug sometimes, Doug.
The other end of the ground, we've seen Marcus Baldwin, the Glenelg full forward, kick 3 goals. And when you've got two full forwards on fire, you've got, you know, both sets of midfielders getting kicks. You're seeing a pretty entertaining game of footy. You'd have to go a long way to see. It's the sort of game you'd like to send to friends overseas, John, and say, hey, this is what our game's all about, I reckon.
Yeah, so apart from a few of the scrappy bits of play, there's been a few pack situations, but and some of the turnovers have been a little bit scratchy as well. But yeah, generally in terms of free flowing and quick goal scoring, you know, to get 20 goals in a half is fantastic. Hopefully we get another 20 goals in this half.
And I reckon that crowd has built up, you know.
Yeah, definitely built up since the start of the game, that's for sure.
Yep, so I would say a good 3,000 here this afternoon as it is bounced in the centre of the ground to commence the Mr. Cliff match of the day in the second half. Young Jace Richardson in there with Chris Laddams, and they're just having a little bit of a push. They were anyway, and it's all sorted out. And the umpy with the ball once again to get play underway. The big fellows to do battle. We've got young Barry Brooks, who was drafted this year to Port Power. He's doing battle here against Todd Winstanley. He got the grab out of the centre of the ground. He went for a big long hand pass. The electrifying Kelvin Maher across to James Byrne. Races to the 50-metre line. He's going to get caught. He did get caught, but eventually got it out to Maher. Maher uses his great skills to scoop the ball out, but Brett Knowles, who I reckon has been just a trifle quiet today, it may be surprising with the stats tomorrow, but here's one of the best men on the ground, and Matthew Scher, who's taken the mark there on the centre wing. Drives Glenelg into attack, in towards centre half 40's target down here was the big full forward in Baldwin. Here's a chance for Maher. Went without the ball that time. He had it for a start, but then you know how it slips away. Ebel got the hand pass out there to his teammate in Casey. It's very close to the boundary line, and there should have been a free kick against Tim Cook. The umpy may have been unsighted, but Timmy Cook, using a little bit of experience, hand pass to the man there in the yellow hat near that coach's dugout, and it's out of bounds.
As the ball comes back into play, just inside the forward 50 for Glenelg. Working under the pack is McKenzie. Costa's in there as well. McKenzie goes at it again. He's wrapped up though by Tim Cook, and the umpire will call for a bounce right on the 50-metre arc line and the right forward, half forward flank for the Bays, and the Bays have started lively. Maher's been in and under, very lively. Scher again getting his hands on the footy. It's interesting to see whether North maintain their lead or whether it'll be a close encounter in this third quarter as Winstanley gets a tap down. Glenelg working hard at the bottom of the packs. It's Wintool who's wrapped up in a tackle by the two Glenelg players there, and Hanby and McKenzie. Good play there by Hanby. He's been handy. Handy. How do you like that one, Bug? As Bug comes back, he's joined, but we thought you lost it there for a minute, Bug.
Yeah, there's a long line at the toilet.
As the ball's bounced down again, the players working hard again. Stevens now, he's been lively for Glenelg. Gets a hand pass out, no, not really to anyone in particular. Richardson mops up quite well though, and releases Sujo Cook, is in the middle of the ground. He now passes out wide, looking for Baldwin again. Baldwin turns his opponent inside out, swings onto the right foot. That'll be a great goal if he kicks it. No, it's not. It goes across the face, but Maher takes a fantastic grab. The little fella in the right forward pocket. It's going to be a tight angle. And as Doug, what happened, Bug, at the taunts? Something happened at the taunts there?
Well, he said
he didn't get arrested down there.
No, he said he got into a big long line, and I'm thinking
he went to the wrong one.
He went to the wrong one.
I got a couple of funny looks, but that's all right. It's all right.
As young Maher tucked in the right forward pocket. It's a tight angle. Will he run around onto his left? Will he go the banana? He goes the banana. Check side, I should say. It was being South Australian now. But it goes right across the other side of the ground, and unfortunately there was no banana on the banana, and it went straight across the other side of the ground down the full as the free kick was taken by Tim Cook. He now goes short, brings it back inside, gets the 1-2 hand pass, has a bounce, looks inside again, goes back to Knowles. Knowles back to Cook. They're waxing them beautifully out of the defence. Cook now gets it outside defence at 50. An ordinary kick. He went short to a 50-50, which wasn't a good option. McKenzie collects the foot. He's wrapped up in a big tackle. Costa
ball.
rock and rolls Leal as Leal working in hard under the packs. Danny Morton called holding the ball.
If that wasn't holding the ball, I'm not here. That was just a fantastic tackle.
I think, looking at the umpy, in all fairness, I think he was unsighted, and I think also looking into the sun. So, you know, in that case, it was obviously a free kick, but the
Fair
umpy,
enough.
yeah, couldn't see it. But
Must be a friend of yours.
He's that's Uncle Ron. There you go. As Brett Knowles it is, who got it way down towards centre half forward after getting the hand pass from Uni. Almost a mark taken down there, though, by North Adelaide's Herbert. Came off hands. Herbert in there throwing his considerable weight around. The umpy comes in and says it's going to be another bounce up. Does it make it hard, Daddy, when you play SANFL, as you have done, and then you go up to the AFL? Because I reckon the umpires here do let it go a little bit more. Then you go up there and you get ping-bang, particularly if you lie on the ball, that sort of thing. Does it make it hard to adjust?
Oh, yeah, I guess it does. I guess you play to the level that you're at, don't you? So
Nick Kurtzel on here for North Adelaide. Ben Casey is off. Young Kurtzel is only a teenager too. We certainly wish him well.
Has a ball now. Comes down the centre wing. Byrne, who's started the second half quite well. He goes forward now looking for a North Adelaide opponent, and he picks him out beautifully. Poor kick there by Burners, young Rivers.
He's really impressed me too, Rivers.
Backing back, Rivers.
Very composure.
Flowing well today, Rivers, as he kicks the ball back to centre wing. Herbert now looking for a big grab. Oh, but he's been outpointed by his teammate in Brooks, who took a fantastic grab.
Isn't it interesting? The Rivers to the Brooks.
Yes, Rivers to the Brooks. There's Brooksy now. He's on centre wing. He's had to go back. Just goes down the line now to the left half forward flank. Oh, Hargraves, he's come out to a bit further out from his customary position to the teeth of goal. The ball's kicked forward there by young Kurzel. And it's rushed over the line for 1 point to the Roosters. Hargraves actually coming out to a 7.5 forward type position there to take that mark. It unfortunately didn't result in the goal for the Roosters as they bring the ball back into play.
And the mark is taken here by the Bays. Andrew Gowling is on the ground, kicks down towards the centre wing. His target down here is Ben Thompson. And Ben Thompson now back with the Bays. Came back last year, didn't he, after a couple of years across at the St Kilda. Big, strong lad. Not sure where he's playing at the moment. Probably at centre half back still, but he's on the wing position with that one. Across in the direction of Mackenzie. It's taken by the Bays, and Matthew Sher from about 45 metres out has kicked the goal.
Great goal.
The Bays are just 2 points away from snatching the lead. It is Glenelg 10-5, 65. North Adelaide 10-7, 67. And this is a real thriller here. That was a good goal, that one. Matthew Sher, certainly, I think, one of the best players on the ground this afternoon here in the Mr. Clip match of the day. Comments from Danny Morton.
Yeah, certainly. Matty Sher's just been fantastic all day, and his run from defence has been just been really good for Glenelg. Just giving him a lot of run and using the ball extremely well, and kicked the goal from half-back flank, so he's laughing.
Great work from Sher as the ball bounced down. It's a high one. The ruckman go up. It's a clearly one there by Brooks, but it went straight to Byrne. He got a hand pass out to Richardson. Sujai Cook mops up beautifully from half-back, gives it back to Byrne. He's been very prominent this quarter. As the ball goes down to centre forward, no one can really get their hands for it. Working hard under the pack there was O'Brien. He gets a quick hand pass out, looking for Costa. Costa now, he's got a few North players on his hammer. He gets a hand pass back to Mackenzie. They're prominent, they're good players. Back to Byrne, here he is, the man of the moment this quarter, on the left this time. And he's picked out as Bamford. It was an ordinary kick from Byrne on the left, and Bamford now mops up for the Roosters. Can they get a bit of run happening? Looking up forward there for Ebert. He nearly takes a great mark under pressure, couldn't do it. Sher mops up though. Long hand pass, put Costa under the pump into the middle of the ground from Wintle. Costa follows up again, but North now through James. He releases his teammate through the centre, and he kicks the ball forward, and the mark is there taken at half-forward flank by Laddams, and he'll have a shot on goal from... Oh, it's going to be a tough kick. Just outside 50, I think he'll kick this from, but he is a beautiful left-foot kick, Danny.
He certainly is. He's so classy, Chrissy Laddams, and I wouldn't mind betting he'll kick this.
Well, Bug's going to bet. I don't know how much he's betting. Marsbar, we'll have a Marsbar.
He's gone short. That is a beautiful kick. I thought he was going to get the free kick, the lad there. The umpy said play on, and Benny Thompson brings it away. The Glenelg supporters are clapping here as that strong defensive thrust by the Glenelg players. Darryl Wintle was in there, so was young Ma, and they both, the bodies clash and the ball's knocked across the boundary line here. The Mr. Clip match of the day. It is a thriller. We've gone 5 minutes into the third quarter. 2 points the margin. North Adelaide in front. The Pigeons are here having a good time. They saw some smoke down there a while ago at the barbecue. I thought they'd get a taste of some pigeon pie, see where they were heading, but no, not to be the case. Thank you, Danny.
Where's Richie Benno when you need him?
Yeah, you're taking part in the Norwood Players concert, Danny. I think we've got a role for you. Sesame Street 2, Little Bird. There's the bounce up now, and North Adelaide going forward this time. Let's see what comes out of this one. A hand pass came across there to the player. Is that Glashenko?
Beautiful.
Let's pick him up in a moment.
Play.
It may not have been him.
That was Uni.
That was Heath Uni.
Fantastic goal from Uni.
You know, he has had a lot of touches today, as he normally does, and he has been a very, very good player. I tell you what, he's very much part of their engine room, as we know. North Adelaide now goes slightly further ahead, but, anyone's game.
But that was just classic Rooster.
That was classic Rooster from a stoppage. It was Darryl Wintle, actually, the skipper. It was courage. He had a Glenelg player running at him. He just charged at him, tapped it past him, got it, handballed to Uni. Uni was good enough to finish the goal, so well done, young Darryl Wintle.
Your pigeon noise has put me off. It's North Adelaide 11-7, 73, Glenelg 10-5, 65. The action back in the centre. We'll see what comes out of this. Win Stanley it is who grabs the ball. Couldn't get away with it. Young Richardson there. He's quickly dispossessed of it and taken here by Ebert. He goes in short, and the mark is taken here by James. A hand pass comes back to Uni. He's going to go for goal again, and I think he's put it through. 2 in a minute, absolutely right. And number 30, Heath Uni, the boy who where does he come from? Wodonga, I think it is, and it was on the West Coast, was it the West Coast rookie list? And he has been a real good player for North Adelaide since coming over here. And the Roosters go further ahead on the Mr. Clip scoreboard. It's 12 goals, 791, and 12-7-91, 12-7-79. Sorry, Rooster supporters, I got you a bit excited there. 12-7-79, leading Glenelg 10-5-65. Comments from Danny Morton.
Well, it was a great finish from Heath Uni, but Paul James, I don't know if he really needed a handball on that occasion. He's too unselfish.
He loves
James,
the
he's got to
hand
go
pass.
back, kick the goal.
As coming off for Glenelg is the big fella there in Winstanley, is it? I think, and coming on is a smaller player in Greenwood. As a ball out of the centre. It's running forward, breaking free, inside
O'Brien.
50 is O'Brien. He's now on the left foot. It's a shot on goal. Will it get... Oh, and it's Marr. That's a mark of the day if I ever saw one by Marr. Fantastic. That's a second great mark, close to the pocket. He's in a similar position to the last one. A little closer, though, this time, so you'd expect him to just run out a little bit. Little check side and straight through the middle from Mark. Beautiful one-handed mark, though.
It was
as he actually goes the straight on goal, shot at goal. Does he put it through? No.
Oh.
Disappointing there. I think probably the little check side would have been a better option, Bud.
Well, yeah, either that or just run up to the man on the mark, turn to your left and kick it with your left foot.
Well, it's easy
Open up
for
the
you to
goal.
say, though, Bug. I mean, you are the expert on those kind of plays from the pocket.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
As Cook brings it back into play, he finds a teammate on the outer side there. He's right in the red sign. I can't pick that up from here. I think it was Evil. Evil now goes outside 50. It's Big Hamby there. Couldn't take the mark. It's crumbed beautifully by Wintle, though. He gives it back gets it back from his teammate Wintle. There's a 1-2. Does another 1-2. Beautiful play by Wintle. He's really getting the Roosters back into this game. He finds Leal in the middle of the ground. Leal now kicks forward to centre forward, and Big Herbert's. Oh, play on, says the umpire. He had hands on it for about a good... Well, I thought it was nearly a mark.
Well,
I reckon I would have paid it.
Well, look, he did all the hard work. He used his body extremely well there on Sherwood and just pushed him out of the way, but maybe he didn't hang on to it long enough.
I think if there's a flaw in Lucas Herbert's game, sometimes he gets the ball, gets to the hand, makes position beautifully, and then bang, just like that, it came out. But, you know, he does work hard, and he's been a real acquisition for North Adelaide this year. The margin here is 13 points. We've got North Adelaide sitting on 12-7-79 and Glenelg 10-6-66. It's the Mr. Clip match of the day and the Mr. Clip scoreboard as well. We've played 9 minutes of the third quarter. Just thinking of that mark a while ago by Kelvin Marr. That is certainly a contender for the Paradise Community Church mark of the day. The action now with Glenelg, and James Byrne, the skipper, comes in and grabs the ball, but he is thrown to the ground there by a couple of North Adelaide boys. Young Nick Kersel is one of those, and also Chris Lattams, and the umpy has no alternative but to call for a bounce. It's North Adelaide in attack. It's on their 50-metre line. They'd love to get another goal here, but the Bays equally would love to get it down their end because they're trading by 13 points. Knocked away here by North Adelaide. Here's a chance now for the Northerners, the Roosters, and it was Lattams very close to the boundary line. It's still in play here, very close to the boundary line, and a free kick will go the way. No, there's a little bit of a how do you do down there. A couple of boys getting a little bit upset and very close to the spectator still. Let's hope she's all under control.
Young Paul James never afraid to have a bit of a stouch. As the ball comes back into play, Herbert in the front gets the ball down to Little Kersel. He does well, gets his hands free, gives it over to Lattams. A quick chain of hand passes, ends up with Knowles. He gets it back to Lattams. It'll go back to James. About 16 hand passes in 2 seconds from the Roosters there. Quick kick from James.
Uni.
And a disciplined kick on the left foot as it's on in the pocket again. Knowles not happy with Byrne. And Lattams there as well. But Uni's got it again and he's signing. And the umpires, what's going on here? Reversal. Is it a reversal? I think there may be a reversal here. Or is it? No.
50 metres.
50 metres.
Or 25 anyway.
Well, he was only 25 out anyway, so now he's 0 metres out from goal. And he has a shot. Glenelg have been brought right onto the goal line as Uni comes in for his third, and he puts it through. The umpire just saw a bit of unnecessary pushing and shoving. I think it was Golding who was in there. Temper's getting a little bit frayed as we go to an update as Glenelg get their 10th goal.
South Adelaide 9 goals, 4-58 leads Port 4-4, 28 a 30-point margin favour South. And Sturt have hit the front of the Richmond Oval. Sturt 8 goals, 6-54 lead West 7-6, 48.
Well, we saw last week a double goal from against Nottingham South, and now the Roosters have just got a double goal. Hargraves has just kicked his 5th. as there was a bit of pushing, shoving as they returned to the centre. Bug, did you get a handle on what was going on there? Because there was players everywhere.
Well, for some... Brett
I don't know
Knowles,
how you pick out one out of that.
I don't know. Well, Brett Knowles, he must have done something or said something, because as he was running back to the centre square there, about 3 Glenelg players went up and verbally got stuck into him, and then Mackenzie came through and hip and shouldered him and knocked him to the ground, and then they said, OK, there's a free in that, another shot on goal.
Well, I thought initially the free kick was going to go to the Bays, but they haven't. I don't know that you can do that, you know, in that situation. So anyway, the fact remains that there's been 2 goals just kicked here by North Adelaide in a matter of a few moments. One by Heath Uni, and one by Hargraves.
Still off young and old here at the moment. Hamby there, pushing and shoving.
This will probably, with due respect, this will probably please the coaches of both teams, that the young players are getting in there. Not so much that they're fighting, but the mere fact that they're getting in there and are really keen to have a fair dinkum go. Young Heath Uni gets the free kick, and the umpire, I think, was wise there, decided.
Yeah, it's good umpiring.
Yep. It may have been a little bit ticky touchwood, but I thought, yep, let's pay the free kick here. It was probably there, and Uni drives it forward. He looks down here for Hargraves. Couldn't take it this time. Mackenzie's in there for the Bays. It comes off hands. Another chance here now for North Adelaide. A hand pass comes out. Another chance for North. It was Ebert got it across there to James. He couldn't kick the ball. Good football this time here by the player, the young player, number 32 in Statham. He can play a bit, this boy. Looks down here for Kelvin Marr. He's got the free kick. Umpire's got to pay that one. And the Bay supporters are delighted. And they're going forward this time, are the Glenelg team, but it's all North Adelaide in defence. Big Ray Ebel gets the hand pass out here to Timmy Cook. Here he goes, he gets around a couple of opponents. The lightning hand pass comes out here to Ebel once again, and kicking from the defensive 50-metre line down towards the centre of the ground. Oh, couple of North Adelaide boys spoiled each other, mustn't have talked too much. There's a backhanded hand pass there. Great stuff by Paul Jones, one of the best players on the ground. A chance now though for Bamford. Bamford goes for goal, and it is
another one.
A
He
goal.
doesn't miss him.
Scotty Bamford. North Adelaide is on fire. North Adelaide 15 goals, 7.97 on the Mr. Clip scoreboard, leading Glenelg now 10 goals, 6.66.
All set up there from the ever reliable Raymond Ebel. He just backed himself, left his opponent in the goal square, and just charged out at that foot. He read that the ball was going to go over the top of the contest, and was good enough to back his judgment and get the footy in, and that's where the goal started from.
It's a bit of experience, isn't it, Ebel there? It's just young Stevens just sat in the goal square, maybe hoping for the easy kick over the back, but Ebel set up the goal down the other end. As we're back in the middle, it's Golding working very hard in the middle for the Glenelg. He gets a hand pass towards little Marr. He's wrapped up in a tackle by about 4 or 5 North players. They're really going in hard at the moment, the Roosters, and they've won the free kick. And getting up from the bottom of the pack is Uni, who has been sensational this quarter. Kicked 3 goals and been in amongst all the play, as Leal now has it on the outer wing. He goes inside 50, looking up for Herbert. He gets his hands on it, can't take the mark though. He backs up though with the crumb on the ground, and he's wrapped up in a tackle, and it's in the right forward pocket for the Roosters, and they're doing all the attacking at the moment. They've burst out to a 31-point lead, and we're just approaching the 20-minute mark of the third quarter. As the ball's bounced down in the right forward pocket, Herbert gets a tap out. James working in and hard under the packs. Glenelg get a clearing kick.
Good.
Great mark there again though, and it is Glishenko. He takes a strong mark backing back. Good courage there from Glishenko. Socks down. Lovely long kick inside 50 up to the dangerous Hargraves. Someone's got a grab there, and I think he's been paid the mark. Is it the big fella Hargraves? I think it is. He's having a word or two to the Glenelg defenders as well. I think he's just explaining to them that it is his ball.
Well, he certainly is. I think Golding's getting a little bit frustrated out there. He seems to be on the lip from where I can see. He sort of had a crack at Danny Hargraves as he comes in. He slots that one straight through the middle.
Yeah, he's put that one straight through the eye diddle. And that's goal number 6, as Doug puts up 6 fingers indicating 6 goals. And North now have a dangerous or match-winning lead, I'd say, Danny Morton, at this stage.
They've certainly answered Glenelg's challenge in the second quarter. They even in this third quarter, Glenelg started extremely well, and to North Adelaide's credit, they've withstood that barrage, and they've been able to just kick away. Uni and then Hargraves.
Yep, could not agree more than that, Danny. They're an exciting team as we check the Mr. Clip scoreboard. It's North 16-7, 103. Glenelg 10, 666. It's still anybody's game, though. Winstanley's back on the ground. He's replaced young Jace Richardson. It's going in towards centre, or back in the centre now for Glenelg. They're going to go for it. There was a good hand pass that came out there, back to Byrne. He in turn got it across there. It was actually Stevens got it on to Byrne. The kick in by O'Brien, and a good mark is taken down here by Baldwin. Boy, can he mark. And that's
been impressive today, Baldwin, hasn't he, Bug?
Oh, he's looked very good. He's a very classy footballer, you know. He's turned people inside out when he's been running out for the footy, and he's just presented himself beautifully today. So hopefully he kicks this.
If there's been anything disappointing about him this year after his 5-goal haul in the first game, he hasn't been able to kick goals in the others. And has he missed this time, or is it a goal? It's a goal. It's a goal. And the Bays get a much-needed goal. They're not out of this game yet. And that is the 4th goal to Marcus Baldwin this afternoon. And on the Mr. Clip scoreboard, it takes Glenelg along to 11 goals, 672, as Danny Morton has a drink of water. North Adelaide, 16 goals, 7, 103. And, and something else we're going to be keeping an eye out for too, the best brick and pavers team effort of the day. There's been some wonderful individual performances, but some great team plays too. So whatever that is, who knows?
Yeah,
but
Glashenko backing back in courage. That was a team effort of the day, I'd say, Doug. As the ball's bounced back in the middle, Mackenzie gets a quick, he actually took it out of the ruck himself, gets a quick kick forward, but it's stopped by Leal, who takes a good mark in front of young Ma. And Scotty Leal gets a kick now. Look out to centre wing on the near side. Herbert can't. Ball goes over his head. Brooks hasn't quite got the pace to catch up with Byrne. Byrne mops up. He's twisting and turning. Goes back onto the right foot. Kicks it down. Back down to centre wing. And a good mark over the back of the pack there for North Adelaide by Jared Rivers. He's got class, this kid. He has got class as he kicks the ball forward. It's crumbed again by the young fella there in Kurzel. He gets a good hand passed over to Leal. Leal now. Can he find his man up forward? He does. And it's Knowles at left half forward. He now gets a quick short pass and loose checking there by Glenelg, and I think it's Laddams who's found himself free again, and he now has a shot on goal, 45 metres out, probably a 60-degree angle, Bug. What do you reckon?
Well, yeah, 60, 65.
65.
Won't favour his left foot though, will it?
It won't, but geez, a good kick.
He is.
We've got it right behind him here at the moment as he comes in. The smooth left footer. Always nice to watch left footers when they have their kicking action. As he kicks the ball forward, it looks like it's just going to fade across the face of the goal. Players go up and it's rushed across the line for another behind to the Roosters. They go to 16-8, 104. Glenelg 11-6, 72. And it's just approaching the poles right in the way of that clock there, Bug. What do you reckon, 22 minutes?
22-minute mark,
22-minute mark, Doug?
22, I don't know whether it's 22 or 18. I'm trying to work out which side of the 20 it's on.
The pole's in the way of the clock.
Yeah. So there's the kick out now. Goes out towards the half. There should have been a free kick, I thought, to the Glenelg boy up there in Thompson. But the umpire let play go on. And North Adelaide take a mark in close this time. That is James. Boy, he's been a good player today, has Paul James. His kick now is in the direction there of a teammate. It's a goal to North Adelaide.
McEntee.
Is that McEntee? I think it is. It was too easy, that one, and young James McEntee puts through his first score for the afternoon. It is a goal. The 17-year-old has kicked his 8th goal with the North Adelaide club. It takes North along to 17 goals, 8. Won't do the maths on that one. And Glenelg 11-6, 72. It's a fairly handy lead to North Adelaide. Live here from Glenelg. This is the Mr. Clip match of the day where local footy comes to life.
Update for other local games. South 9 goals, 6, 60. Lead Port 5-5, 35. A lead of 25 points. And West Adelaide 8-8, 56. Trail Sturt 9, 6, 60. Only by 4 points. Back to Doug and the boys.
The action back in the centre here at the Mr. Clip match of the day, and we find it's going to be Glenelg to attack this time. It's Mackenzie, who's been a good player all day. Across there to Costa, on to James Byrne, the skipper. He's had a lot of kicks too and has been a very good player. Here's a good mark. Umpy's going to pay it. Umpy's going to pay the free kick against him.
What's he paid?
He's
paid a push.
He must have paid a push, and so there's a free kick paid against the young lad there in Willett, and it will be taken here by the North Adelaide defenders. Comes out towards half-back, and Heath Uni. What a quarter this boy has had. Oh, it is enormous. John Cunningham picks it up.
As Heath Uni now, half-back flank for the Roosters. He'll go down the line with a high up and under. Ordinary kick from Uni. Herbert, crunched hurt. He's
Right in
hurt.
the bread basket.
Right in the bread basket, Buck. As Laddams with that classy left foot goes inside 50 once again. It's young little fellow Neil gets a hand pass out to James. He's been lurking around the goals all day. Gets tackled though beautifully there by the Glenelg player in O'Brien. As the ball now is cleared at a defence. Comes, Uni again, he's going to get it again. Oh, he can't get a handle on Herbert. He's just got up from the bread basket damage. He's now back on his feet, but Glenelg take a defensive mark inside 50. And that was young Andrew Gowling, who took a good mark under pressure. He goes out wide and finds the hothead for the day, Thompson. We think he's cooled down, though. The dummy's back in as he's now on the centre wing, looking at summing up his options. Last time he's here, it resulted in a goal, but not this time, I don't think. It goes down long. As that back of the pack, it's Evil. He mops up well. Gets a hand pass out to no one in particular, though Laddams runs onto it quite nicely. Spins out of trouble well. Costa chasing down. Uni again, another touch. As they clear north through Morgan, he now goes inside. Finds another teammate there in Glishenko as he breaks through the middle of the ground. He goes out looking for... Is it Big Herb? Is he up? He's up. He had a good comeback from the fella. He was down and out before. He's leading now. Can't take the mark. Glenelg mop up on the bottom of the pack there through Statham. He now kicks the ball down the outer wing. Half-forward flank. Sujai Cook working hard in under there as well. Free kick though. Go to Glenelg, and I think it's
Greenwood.
Greenwood gets the free kick. He's now looking at his options up forward. It's Hamby makes a bit of a lead, but I don't think he'll reach him on. It goes to Hamby now, one-on-one with Evil. Evil, though, I'd pay that. But the umpire didn't see it was a mark. I thought it was a mark, Bug.
Well, it must have been touched.
Touch off the boot, was it?
Well, I think that's what he was signalling, because it looked like a mark.
Clear mark for me.
The action now, though, is in the Glenelg attacking zone. 40 metres out from their goal. They would love to get one at this stage. They're trading at the moment by 38 points. Here's a chance now for the Bays. The race is on for it. Willett's out there. Will he get it? Will it bounce his way? A little play on words there. Here's a snap for goal, though, and it is a minor score, though. Oh, I tell you what, I've been learning them off through the week.
You're on fire today.
Oh, I tell you what, Danny.
Started with the fence call.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Riveter Brooks. Fantastic. We've had it all today. Colour.
Oh, there's more to come. You wait till the last quarter. It's North Adelaide 17-8 on the Mr. Clip scoreboard, 110, and Glenelg 11-7, 73. And Timmy Cook now to bring the ball back into play. He's played a pretty good game down there in that back pocket today.
Lots of experience down there, Cookie.
In he comes now. There's the kick out, Adam Morgan. Hasn't taken the marks that we often see from him, but he's been pretty strong today. He in turn got it across to Laddams, who in turn dropped the ball short. It's taken here by Bamford. There's clever football here from Knowles. It wasn't such a good kick. A bit of a scrubber this time. One of those mongrel punts. It's taken by Ben Thompson. The hand pass across to Sujay Cook. On to James Byrne. Tries to get around a couple of players. Got it across to Cook. Back to Byrne. The race is on for it. Gowling's out there, but he won't catch Bamford, or will he? Oh, Bamford, he's so thin that a couple of players tried to bump him, but they couldn't. And here's a go now as it's going to be Uni, who is off target.
Oh. Better take number 4 as Doug's lost his voice. Just popped out then, Doug. Just put it back in, mate. You'll be right.
Yeah, he's gone absolutely ballistic up here in the box.
I'd say Bamford's so thin he's almost invisible, Bug.
Well,
those two players right beside him, they still missed him.
Well, he kept his feet well, didn't he?
He did very well. As Thompson takes the mark from the kick in, and he's deep right on the boundary line, left half forward flank. James is on the mark. Thompson now will have to kick down the line. He does that as he's looking for Herbert's there as Golding goes up the mark. Morgan from behind brought the Costa front and square. Beautiful play from the Kimmy Costa, the former Crow, the former Bulldog. He copped a googly on the third bounce, and there's a siren for three-quarter time as young Greenwood kicks inside 50, but unfortunately it's nowhere near the goals for the Glenelg as North have broken this game open here in this third quarter. There was a chain of free kicks that resulted in about 3 goals in a minute. Whether it's undisciplined play from the Bays or not, we don't know, but North lead 7-9, 1-11 to Glenelg 11-7, 73. And Doug, your maths, what margin is that, mate?
Oh, I'd make it 38 points.
Beautifully done, Doug.
Thank you for that, James. John, at least.
St. James.
John Cunningham here with Danny Morton for our call this afternoon. Let's quickly look at those goal kickers here in that North Adelaide score of 17-9. We've got Daniel Hargraves down for 6. 3 goals to Heath Uni, all in that quarter. 2 goals to Paul James. And then there are singles to Darryl Wintle, Scott Bamford.
Spoke to him. The boys are very positive, but Darryl Hart stressed it's not over yet. We've still got to play smart footy to win this quarter. We've won the game. And basically the main thing he wants to focus on is getting it out of the centre better.
Fair enough. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Stewie.
Good work, boys.
Yep, wonderful stuff. 38 points the margin here in favour of North Adelaide. Just about ready to start. Let's just get a quick update from the other matches. Gavin.
Yes, in the third quarter, Alberton Oval, South was scoreless. They still lead, though, 9-7-61 to Port Adelaide 6-6-42, a 19-point margin in favour of South. And West Adelaide 10-8-68, trail Sturt by 4 points, 11-6-72.
The action back here on the Mr. Clip match of the day down at the Brighton Road Oval at Glenelg. It was that young lad Jared Rivers who got the ball in towards centre half forward. He has been impressive, and if he's not drafted one day, then I'm a draft horse. There's the ball on the ground now. It's on the 50-metre line with North Adelaide in attack at the moment. An appeal for the free kick there from Gowling. The umpire says no, it will be a bounce up, and it's going to occur on that half-forward line, as it looks like Paul James getting up off the bottom of that pack, and he's been one of the stars here today, the brother of Brett, the brother of Roger from Port Power. The margin 38 points in favour of North Adelaide. Chris Laddams now kicks the ball around his shoulder. We'll see what comes out of this, and it's a good mark this time taken by young Malcolm Greenwood. Been a bit quiet today, but he has played some good footy this year for Glenelg. And he comes now. Greenwood, the boy from the Riverland, former West Adelaide player. Win Stanley went high. But it was a good spoil that time by North Adelaide and across the line and out of bounds in front of what is a fairly good crowd here this afternoon. It really has built up nicely to see a really entertaining game of footy. But for the sake of much of this crowd, I'd like to see a few more goals for the Tigers. John Cunningham.
As the ball comes back into play, when Stanley gets a tap down, young Paul James sharks it, kicks the ball inside 50 to the teeth of the goals. Hargraves can't get a handle on it. Uni's lurking dangerously at the bottom of the pack. Also McEntee there as well. It's kicked off the ground by the Glenelg player there. On the outside, I think it was young Greenwood again, but unfortunately for him, it didn't go out in the full, and there's another throw in. Just outside, underneath the scoreboard here at the Bay Oval. Herbert gets a nice tap out. No one can take it cleanly. There's heavy traffic on the outer side there as the players then. Costa working hard. He really has worked hard for the Bays today, Kimmy Costa, and he gets a hand pass out, but it doesn't find a teammate, and it's again another throw-in. Thanks very much, Doug. You've given me 2 ball-ups, 3 throw-ins. It's fantastic stuff. As the ball comes back into play again, let's see if we can get some action going. Herbert now taps the ball. He did get a nice clear tap. We should get some free flow. Bamford picks it up on the outer side. Can't get a handle on it. Costa mopping up again. It's kicked inside for Mackenzie. A lovely kick, finds Thompson in the middle of the ground. He now kicks long forward, looking for the full forward there in Hamby. He can't take the grab. North Adelaide clean up nicely though, and it's young
Knowles.
Morgan gets it back from Knowles. Knowles now on the centre wing, kicks it out long. It's Uni, who's been very dangerous all day and picking up lots of touches. Ebert now, he's loose on half forward flank, kicks over his shoulder. Ordinary effort there for me, but though, because he didn't go back further enough on the mark, and it was smothered quite well there by young Gowling. And unfortunately for Ebert, he had a player over the top there, but couldn't get it to him because the Gowling caused the smother. As the ball comes back into play again, Herbert, he's winning a lot of tap-outs this last quarter. Mackenzie working hard, as always, under the bottom of the packs, but runs out of space and over the line for another boundary throw. And we're working the boundary line at the moment, Doug. Let's see if we can get it back into the centre of the ground.
Phil Mackenzie, probably a little bit unlucky not to be in that state squad, but he could well be at it. He's a very consistent player, has played for the West. We all know that, came across from Claremont, and it's nice to say those things because there's a fairly... I think players are pretty tired. It's been played at a frenetic pace, this game, and there's going to be another... Like that word, Danny, you'll learn
Loved
that.
it.
Yep, you're...
Frenetic.
Frenetic.
Poetic, isn't it, frenetic?
Yeah, oh, it is, you know. As there's the bounce up this time. Gets it across here to Hamby. Hamby now with the left foot kick. And this boy certainly shows an enormous amount of potential. It's just starting to be fully realised, and he will certainly, one would expect anyway, make the next step up to AFL. He's on the Crows list at the moment, young Michael Hamby. But it's North Adelaide leading here by 38 points on the Mr. Clip scoreboard, the final quarter of this game, and we're keeping an eye out too for the Mr. Clip, yes, the Mr. Clip, but also the Paradise Community Church mark of the day. We've seen a few beauties earlier in the game. Paul James in there just having a how do you do with...
the agitator, you'd have to call him Paul James, wouldn't you, Danny Moore?
Oh, he loves it.
He loves it, doesn't he?
Absolutely loves it.
The agitator is also the generator too of many forward thrusts. And I thought he and Phil Mackenzie were just asking, had they remembered their mums for tomorrow? Happy Mother's Day again, we say to all the mums who've got an interest in footy, and those who don't, Happy Mother's Day. I don't know how you can have a Happy Mother's Day if you don't follow the footy.
Yeah, I don't know how you could have a Happy Mother's Day, Doug, without the footy. With Stanley, he's come off with the blood rule. He's got a cut lip as Golding now in the ruck against Herbert. North clearing out there on ballers around the packs have been lethal today as Latham gets a quick kick forward, but it's intercepted quite well there by Gowling. He now gets the ball back from a 1-2 situation, kicks into the middle of the ground. Sujai Cook is known for a few speckies down there, took a good one there and gave it off quickly to Costa. Costa kicks inside 50 for Glenelg. Looking there, finding Golding now, working hard with his teammate there, and Morgan's also there for North Adelaide. And the young fella in Tasbrowski wrapped up, did quite well with his second effort, and also Morgan was there in a 2-on-1 situation. He did quite well.
He certainly did. It was actually 3-on-1 in the end, and he just had to keep the ball in, and he did it really well.
Young Tasborski there, a contender for the best brick and pavers team effort for the day. That wonderful effort there, as we find it's going to be marked here by Michael Hanby. He's got the mark there. He's midway between wing and half forward. The hand pass there to James Byrne, beautiful on both sides of the body. He looks down here for Baldwin. He was flying against about 3 or 4 North players, which mean there probably had to be 3 or 4 Glenelg players out by themselves somewhere. But it's funny how that happens. It doesn't seem to work that way. There's the ball now in the direction of Kimmy Costa. He hasn't given up this afternoon. Well, none of the boys have. It goes over the head there of Green. It was just a little too high for him. Big Ben Thompson it is who wraps up Scotty Bamford, and the free kick will go the way here of James Byrne.
A throw, I think, against
Or was it Thompson? It's Thompson, and a free kick against Uni, and Ben Thompson has had a couple of good touches in this last quarter with the free kick on the wing.
As Thompson now goes long to centre half forward, it's a long high kick. Up they go, centre half forward. No one can take the mark. Sujai Cook working hard at the bottom of the pack. He's been shifted forward this quarter as the ball comes out wide to Ebert now in centre wing. Ebert now looks up forward, sums up his options on the left. Can't quite get a handle on the kick though. It's a turnover kick as Glenelg now mop up. Gets it back on the outer side there to another teammate there in Gowling again. He can't get away though. And North wrap him up in a big tackle, and Timmy Cook now has the ball. Kicks down forward. Is it Hargraves? There, he's moved up outside 50. Almost would have been paid the mark, but it isn't. And the umpires picked out a free kick. Probably should have been doing earlier in the day is picking out free kicks like that. They'll probably pick them out now in the last quarter. But I think it will be Hargraves out there. Yes, it is Hargraves. He comes up now. Is that Hargraves? I think it is on the outer side.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Big Hargy.
Big Hargraves. He's a good 55 metres out from goal. He just pots it up with a little short kick. It's a nice kick, and James there, that'll be paid. And Paul James, he finds himself free again inside 50. He's been dangerous all day, and he now has a shot on goal from 40 metres out, directly in front, and he should put this through. A lovely, intelligent kick there from Hargraves.
Looks like Win Stanley's just about to come back on the ground. He looks like he's been mummified. He's got his face pretty heavily strapped there, around his head a couple of times.
Mummified.
Mummified.
Does that work, Doug? How do you like that one, Doug?
I tell you what, that one that takes the cake. In comes Brett James' lad, brother. Oh, sorry, Brett. It's his brother, and he's put it through for a goal. That is a good goal, that one too, for North Adelaide, and they haven't won the game yet, but it's goal number 3 for Paul James here this afternoon. Paul James it is, Brett's brother, Roger's brother, and North Adelaide now moving along on the Mr. Clip scoreboard to 18 goals, 9, 117. They're leading Glenelg, 11 goals, 7, 73. That's a margin of 44 points. I would find it hard to see the Bays coming back from here, but a couple of quick goals, you never know what can happen. Danny Morton.
Well, look, I can't see them coming back from this stage. North just have got control of the footy, and look, they're 7 goals up.
There was the mummified Win Stanley going up very, very high. The ball, though, comes out here to Matthew Sher, his teammate. Sher, who's died out of the game a little bit after a brilliant first half. Comes out to Greenwood, though. Greenwood's still got plenty left in those little legs of his. He gets it over to Gowling, who's been pretty prominent in this last quarter. He goes in towards centre half forward, and maybe that's the difference between the two clubs. The skill level of Glenelg sometimes letting them down, as it did on that occasion from Gowling, and Tim Cook it is who mops up. Gets the kick away there to Bamford. He in turn gets the hand pass out there to number 1 in Chris Laddams. There he is, the electrifying left footer down towards centre half forward. Big Lucas Herbert puts up those big arms. He's built like a bear, and the ball has gone across the boundary line, and there will be a throw in.
Built like a bear,
He's built like a bear, and he's as hairy as one too. I've played a bit of footy with Luke. He's a very hairy man.
Does he growl like a bear?
Well, he doesn't, but he's a good footballer.
As the ball comes back into play, it's the bear. He can't get a handle as the Glenelg players jump over the back, and it stacks on the mill once again on that side. That's been a popular spot for ball-ups today, out on the outer side. As the umpire now comes in for another bounce down. He's had good work out today. He actually throws it up. It's a bit spongy out there, the long couch grass. As up high goes Knowles. He gets a tap out. Shark by Sujai Cook snaps it over his shoulder. And it's getting close to the boundary line. We'll have another throw in as North 18 goals, 9, 117. Glenelg 11, 7, 73. He's approaching the 5-7 minute mark of the last quarter as the ball comes back into play. Herbert now gets a good tap down. It's sharked by the North Adelaide players. They're very well organised in their takeaways from boundary throw-ins and ball ups. The ball goes to forward. No one really there for North Adelaide as Glenelg mop up through young Greenwood. He now gets a quick kick over towards Sujai Cook. Another quick hand pass to Sher. He now kicks long down the centre wing, just really hoping there with that kick as it didn't really go in anyone in particular. North mop up at the moment as it comes down to young Ebert. He now kicks inside 50 looking for Hargraves. He's up. He can't take the mark. Well spoiled by Glenelg defence. Sher was down a bit. It's sharp by the young fellow there in Kurzel. He can't get a shot on goal as it's now cleared by Glenelg again, but the wing tool now puts it back inside 50. Hargraves is lurking dangerously in the goal square. Can he get a grab on it? No, it's sharked again by James. He runs in and puts through goal number 4. Superb roving by young Paul James. He's really enjoying his transition to North Adelaide, getting a lot more game time and making the most of it. He kicks his 4th and he's been superb today, Danny Morton.
Well, look, he's been fantastic. He hasn't played... Oh, I think he's had a couple of runs on the ball, but for most of the day he's played up forward. And, gee, he's been really clever, isn't he, around the patch? I mean, all the Jameses are very clever players. And to kick 4, gee, he's done really well today.
Well, the margin now, it's actually... It's really not
over.
Looking good for...
I'd say, Doug.
Well, it looks like it's over, but I'll be kind to Glenelg because the last quarter...
I'd say it's over.
You reckon it's over? I tell you, you'll be eating those words if it's not. But the silky skills of North Adelaide are certainly coming to the fore as it's this time Knowles who kicks the ball in towards full forward. A chance now for another one of the young Northerners. It is young Nick Kurzel, and the umpire comes in and says it's going to be a free kick. Is it any more than a free kick?
Is he balling that up or is he...
Let's see what's going on. It was a very, very fierce tackle.
Yeah, he said take it off.
Yeah, it was Thompson.
Yeah, it was Ben Thompson.
No, it is a free.
It was a very, very strong tackle on the young lad there in Kurzel, and he'll get the free kick. He'll kick from about 45 metres and a chance to take North Adelaide further ahead on the Mr. Clip scoreboard. And, of course, in this last quarter too, we're continuing to look out for the best brick and pavers team effort of the day.
Danny, as a coach, would like Thompson's effort there, would you say that's undisciplined and that's not a good example for the rest of the team?
Oh, look, it is. I think maybe, at least I think the runner you'll probably find will come out to him and have a bit of a chat to him. But, you know, the side's down by so much, you can't afford to do that.
In comes Kurzel now, kicks for goal. I think he's off target with this one. Yes, he's put it through for a Meidel score. And... he's just kicked the one behind for the afternoon, and what's he played? He's 18 years of age. He's played 10. This is his 11th game.
Another youngster, another promising youngster.
Gee, they have wonderful skills, a lot of these young lads who come through North Adelaide, and Daddy would probably know more about this than anyone, having started his footy there, but yeah, good stuff. There's the kick out this time from Taz Borski. Gets it across there towards half-back. It's marked by the big ruckman in Win Stanley. He in turn got it on to Greenwood, and the umpy has paid yet another free kick, was it that time, and it's being paid here to Matthew Golding. Reminds me a little bit of what I reckon. I didn't see Peter Carey, I don't think, play live, but reminds me a little bit of what he must have been like. I mean, Carey was in another class, we know. But big Golding there, drops the ball in short and wins Stanley. He's worked hard today, takes the mark this time. He's on the wing, goes with the left foot this time. Probably didn't have anybody really, and well, it was just a bit of a blind kick, and North Adelaide come out of defence this time. They bring it out rather well from the back pocket, but it's all Glenelg on this occasion. The lad down there was Glashenko. It's picked up by Greenwood this time. He drops the ball in short, and the mark is taken by a Cowling.
As the ball now crossed into the middle of the ground, as O'Brien now releases his teammate there. He's caught up though. It was Sherwood who got wrapped up in a big tackle from Ebert, and it's a fantastic tackle. Young Daniel Ebert showing his strength for a young fella. He's a strong fella for a young bloke. His kick though lets him down, so he's undid his good work there as the Lambs wraps up the Glenelg player down there, and I think it's young Thompson. Not young Thompson, but I think it might have been Thompson on the bottom of the pack. But no, it was Sher actually. Sher brings himself off the bottom of the pack. And there we'll have a ball up. It's half-forward flank, just on the edge of the centre square. As the two ruckmen go at it, Winstanley with the mummified head now against Herbert. He can't get it away. The ball, quick kick in the air. It's picked up by Thompson. He releases Marr. He has a bounce, looks forward inside 50 on the lead. And it's a beautiful mark again. He's led well all day, Baldwin, and he takes another good grab. And he's been impressive up forward, Danny Morton.
Yeah, he's really impressed. I guess I saw him in the first game they played against South Adelaide, and I think he kicked 5, Dougie, was it? And he looked really good that day too. So he just needs to get the ball. down there a little bit more to him, that's all, because he's certainly got the talent when it gets down there.
Yeah,
Isn't it great when you come to the footy day and you see two class full forwards, Baldwin at one end and we've got Hargraves at the other. Wonderful stuff. Brings people out and through the turnstiles.
Sure does.
So Baldwin now, we're just waiting here now. Looks like the blood ruled, and is that Timmy Cook coming off this time?
Yes.
And the lad going on will be number 4 in Ben Casey. Lad from up there in the north of the state at Peterborough. Well, mid-north anyway. The boy from the railway town. And Tim Cook is applauded off here by the North Adelaide people. He's played a good, solid game there, mainly in the back pocket. And his experience down there has been very, very invaluable. A little bit of blood there coming from, must have a little bit of a bump in the mouth or in that region anyway. As Baldwin now coming in, this could be his 5th goal. It will be, in fact, if he kicks straight. He's normally a beautiful kick. Goal umpire goes across. It looks all right, though. It is a goal. Yes, the Bays, can they come back? Can they make something of the last 10, 15 minutes of this game?
No.
No. North Adelaide, 19-10-124. Glenelg, 12 goals, 7-79. The margin there is 45 points. It's certainly too far, you would think, to come back from, but we've seen it before. It may happen again. Oh.
As we're back in the middle of the ground, what do you think, Danny Morton? I don't think they're gone, Glenelg.
Oh, well, look, you know, I mean, sure, they've got a lot of courage, they've got a lot of heart, the Glenelg Footy Club, and they'll fight this game all the way out to the end, and that's what Brent Niner will want them to do.
As the ball's bounced down, the bouncing's been beautiful all over the umpires, as that one's won by young Brooks from North Adelaide, though it's sharked away by Sher from the half-back line. He goes forward, inside 50 for Glenelg. And then Baldwin leading out strongly again, can't get a handle on it. It's actually sharked beautifully there by the big fella in Golding, was it, at the bottom of the pack, doing the Rover's job, but his kick wasn't like a Rover as it went out of bounds on the full.
And a young lad down there in, is he wearing, he's wearing a light grey top, has taken the mark.
Took a specky in the crowd, did he?
Yeah, well, he took the mark on the chest. He won't get the $1,000. He won't get the Paradise Community Church mark of the day, but he did well.
As Ebel brings the ball back into play, looking on the outer side for Brooks again on the outer wing. Byrne crumbs the pack at the back of the pack nicely. Ball's brought back into the middle and finds young Gowling there on his own in the centre of the ground. He goes forward inside 50 for Glenelg. Baldwin playing in front all day as he has done. He can't get a handle on the footy. Glenelg though at the base of the pack through young Willett. He kicks it inside and again he's done well, Willett. He uses the ball well and he's found his teammate there in Hanby. And Hanby will have a shot on goal directly in front, and as Danny Morton said, Glenelg will fight this game out. And if North don't want to stop, because Glenelg could get a little bit of a run on and reduce the margin and make it a disappointing win. They want to have a good win, I'd say, the Roosters.
Well, that's right. Oh, yeah, David Willett's really impressed me. I tell you today, he's showed a lot of composure. He's used the ball well. He's kicked a couple of goals.
Yeah, he probably needs to find it just a little bit more, but you're right. I think he has shown those qualities. Michael Hanby kicks for goal this time, but he's off target with that one, and it's gone through for a minor score just when the Bays are crying out for goals. So the Bays, Glenelg, move along to 12 goals, 8, which is 80, but they trail North Adelaide 19 goals, 10, 124. Let's get some updates there from Gavin Richardson.
Yes, thank you, Doug. South have kicked 2 quick goals, so they lead by 29 points, and Westies are 9 points down, but lining up for goal.
Don't you hate it when you pick against your own team and they win, hey?
Oh, Doug, you didn't, did you?
Oh, look, I looked at the South team this week, and I looked at the Port team, and I thought, I reckon we're a real chance. I mean, Port without O'Connor and a few of their runners, I thought, yeah, it could be their 4th loss in a row, but I thought, oh, no, playing at home. But it looks like South might take the points there, but still a few minutes to go in that game as there is here. We're about the, 20-minute mark of the... Is it 20 minutes or thereabouts?
Very hard to tell.
Very hard to tell. That pole's still on the way, Doug.
It is still on the way, isn't it? But we have a margin here of some 44 points in favour of North Adelaide. It's the Bays who come out. It wasn't a terribly good kick, but an easy mark is missed there by Big Barry Brooks. He tries to knock the ball along. It went in the direction of young James. He comes out with the ball. He's been a dynamo today. This time she's a wobbly old punt kick. The mongrel punt again. It's picked up here by his teammate deep in the pocket here. This is his skipper this time in Wintle, who has the ball. Taken away, though, by Matthew Sher. The boy had a bit of a quiet spell in the 3rd quarter, but his first half was brilliant. His last quarter's been great, too. Picked up here by Costa. Got the mark. Gets it over here to Sherwood. Sherwood now kicks the ball down towards the half-forward line, but a good, strong mark is taken here by North Adelaide, and that lad out there is Glushenko, and a real contender for the state team. He's been named in the state squad, and the boy certainly has shown why he's been picked in that elite team.
As Glushenko goes inboard, finds Morgan. Morgan now goes long to centre half forward. Hargraves is lurking there dangerously. Gets a handle on at the back. No, Bamford there at the base of the pack.
Free kick.
Free kick, though, is paid, and I think it's going to young O'Brien.
Too high.
Yeah, too high there from Hargraves. As his desperation for the ball, he took off O'Brien's head instead of taking the footy. O'Brien now releases Mackenzie out wide. Mackenzie gives it across to the player in Sherwood. Sherwood now on the outer side, on the this side wing, gets it down to centre wing. The ball crumbed beautifully there by the player in Gowling. He now gets himself free, has a few players on option, but tends to go forward to centre forward, looking for the leading and dangerous ball when he can't get his handle on it. Working hard at the bottom of the pack there is Casey as well for North Adelaide. And the ball, the umpire lets it go this time as Byrne gets a handle on it. He snaps the ball high, long, looking for the goal. It was on line, but didn't have any distance, and Leal was down there in the last line of defence for North Adelaide and took a good mark. He now releases Laddams, who's been on his own all day. He gives it out wide, finds his teammate there in Ebert. Ebert now gives it over the top to young Kurzel. Kurzel now is all on his own as well. The game's certainly slowing down a bit. Players seem to be running free on their own. Kurzel gets it back from Wintle, goes forward as well, and the last line of defence, Sure. So we've gone from one end of the ground to the other, Doug, and both the same things happen at both ends.
We used to call it kick to kick, as Sher got it out there to Kimmy Costa. He's been a good player today, Kim Costa, I reckon. He's really put in, as has Phil McKenzie. Gets the hand pass across here to his teammate in Gowling. Played a great last quarter. In towards centre half forward he goes. North Adelaide players were up very high there in defence. Picked up here by Kelvin Marr. Shows those electrifying skills across to Willett. Yes, he has got magnificent composure there. Got it on to his skipper. Was it in Byrne, who is off target this time and puts it through for a minor score. Boy, that was a nice little build-up there and good football there by Kelvin Marr and a couple of the other boys too from Glenelg. So the Bays now move along to 12 goals, 9, 81, but they're trailing North Adelaide on the Mr. Clip scoreboard, 19-10, 124. The margin is 19 and 24. That's 43 points. As John,
you've done, Doug.
Yeah, thank you, John. Thank you for that. And there's the kick out now, and it lands in the arms of Scott Bamford, the speedster now with the ball. He drops it in short, a little bit too short for Ray Evil, but he picks it up nicely. He goes for the hand pass there across to Glashenko, right in front of the centre wing. The solidly built half-back flanker goes forward once again here for North Adelaide. They're looking okay, the Roosters, and looking very, very good with this man on fire up forward. It is a mark that's been taken here by Hargraves, and a chance for goal number 7. Love to see him kick it, with due respect to the Tiger supporters.
Yeah, Hargraves just too strong and too tall for Sherwood there, and now has a shot on goal. He's lining up for goal number 7, Doug. And
not a bad day's work, is it?
Not a bad day's effort at all. You'd always like your forward to kick 6 or 7 every week. That'd be very nice.
I reckon that's Clive Waterhouse sitting down here from us. Am I right there, the Fremantle boy, or is it somebody that just looks like him?
Well,
that's Clive.
That's Clive.
That's Clive.
That's live with Clive here. There's Hargraves is probably one of the more ordinary efforts, you'd say, Bug.
Well, I've seen him kick a better footy than that before, but that just shanked right off the side of the boot.
Well, like a golf tee off,
he shanked it.
When the gallery's around and you're teeing off on the first, and
how
it just
often
goes
does that happen?
Straight off the side of the boot.
And John, I tell you what,
dribbles along the ground, Doug.
when you talk about your golf, you will find the older you get, the better you were.
Yes, still yet to discover that. As we're on the outer side, Glenelg go forward through the centre wing, looking for Mackenzie. He can't get a handle. It's crumbed beautifully though by young Greenwood. He's been impressive with some pieces of his play. Again, leading strongly is Baldwin, as he has done all day, and gets a free kick. The umpire calls play on. And don't tell me that's gone through for a goal, because it is a fantastic effort.
Oh.
It is. What an amazing goal. We're just trying to pick up who crumbed that down on the outer side. It was Baldwin who led out, and he got paid the free kick and crumbing the pack underneath Baldwin, and I reckon he was outside the boundary. He was in the car park.
He was in the car park. That was a fantastic kick for goal. But he's actually sort of snapped it, so spinning the wrong way for it to go in the goal.
Actually did a reverse in the air.
Well,
it was quite amazing.
That was a fantastic effort.
It was Stevens. He's finally turned round. We can recognise him now. Stevens. And that'd be goal of the day, I'd say, Doug.
If we had a goal of the day, that would have been it. I missed it, actually, because I was looking at some notes, unfortunately. Let's see the action replay of that one. Would you describe it again, please, John?
Well, Baldwin leads strongly. It's spoiled. Picked up by Stevens. What an amazing goal by Stevens.
There it is.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, if you missed it the first time, there it is on replay.
That was actually better.
Yeah, it was actually.
I knew he crumbed it that time.
125 to North Glenelg, 87 and the Bays. Let's see if I can get a couple of other quick goals here. Picked up here by Mackenzie on the bottom of the pack. Tries to get it out there to Kelvin Marr, but the umpire waves his arms in the air. I don't think there were mosquitoes there or flies. I think he's saying it is going to be a bounce up. So here in the Mr. Clip, match of the day. It's been a good one too. And what a magnificent setting here at Glenelg. The Port Adelaide coming back. They're 15 points down. So South Adelaide holding sway there all day, but the Magpies are never beaten. Well, they have been. We know that. They've lost the last three, but I think you know what I mean. As Laddams goes forward this time for North Adelaide, drops the ball in short. His target down here was the big bloke in Hargraves. Let's see what comes out of this.
Greenwood mopping up well.
Greenwood it is mopping up this time. Drops it out now towards half-back, and the mark taken here by Hanby. Looks like a very complete footballer, young Hanby. He goes in short and finds another one of his Adelaide teammates in Matthew Scher. He drops the ball in short. Almost a one-hander taken on this occasion here by Glenelg. The hand pass that came out there by Richardson, I think it may have been. Got it across there to Scher, who in turn got it across to McKinney. It was actually O'Brien, who drives it in towards goal, but chipping it and taking a good, strong mark down there was Ben Casey. And Casey plays on immediately there. Goes on to Bamford. Bamford drops the ball in short, and another mark taken, this time by Kurzel. Kurzel in turn goes for the hand pass. It comes out here, though, to Casey, who's run through from half-back, through the centre of the ground, up towards centre half-foot. Up they go, and the big bloke has taken the mark. The former Tiger, now with North Adelaide, and big Lucas Herbert. The boy who...
He's going to have a ping.
He's going to have a ping.
He is going to have a ping. It's like a Chinese dish, doesn't it? And he's going to...
2 pings, please.
Yes, 2 pings. So he's going to kick from about 55 metres. It'll be an enormous roost by the rooster. In he comes. There's the kick. May have got under it just a little bit. He's almost got the distance. It's not quite there, though, and it's been picked off the ground and through for a minor score. Rushed through. So North Adelaide, 19 goals, 12, 126. And Glenelg, 13-9, 87. Now, to the umpiring fraternity, Danny Morton has a career ahead of him when his playing days are over. He'd love to be a goal umpire, judging by his antics up here in the broadcast box this afternoon. Pity we couldn't have had that one live on telly. There was little Marr scooping it up, got it across the Greenwood, and it's out of bounds in front of a pretty sizable crowd here at Brighton Road this afternoon.
A lot of roosters have travelled down to the bay today. There's a fair few rooster
very vocal, the roosters.
Starting to jump on the rooster wagon as the ball comes back into play. Herbert playing in front of Golding, and he earns a free kick by playing in front. That was as soft as a marshmallow, that free kick. As Herbert now, there's a wobbly old punt kick in the forward line. Oh, James, he'd be spewing because he had an opportunity there to have a shot on goal for his 5th for the day, but he dropped the mark. Glenelg now clear. Byrne has it on the outer wing. He runs forward. He doesn't really have anyone to kick it to, and he goes short, and there is the siren. That sort of crept up on us a bit, that siren. We were sort of thinking it was a 20-minute mark, but it obviously wasn't because the pole was in the way. And the final scores here at the Bay. North have a good victory, 19-12, 126, defeating Glenelg 13-9, 87. And a strong victory there for Glenelg, for the Roosters at Glenelg. And they'd be very pleased with that effort, no doubt.
They would be incredibly happy with that effort, I would think. All the Rooster supporters, the Rooster coaching staff, yeah, they may have made a few mistakes, as did Glenelg, but from our point of view, we saw what I think was a pretty entertaining game of football. So it was North Adelaide, 19 goals, 12, that's 126. They've defeated Glenelg, 13 goals, 9, 87. So the margin there is 39 points. A good win here to the North Adelaide Roosters. Their goal kickers this afternoon have been Daniel